Hey, my lovies, how you doing? It's always good to be back. So I had to bring back Sugar Love because Sugar Love was taken away for a little while, but she's back. But my whole YouTube has changed. I don't see like any of my regular people. All I see is a bunch of games. I don't think I'm daggone games, but whatever was in my history that would make me see the video, and you cut on, it'll make you see things that's related to your history. I have none of that. All of my friends that I used to see, I have none of that. So I guess you have to keep on, doing videos to put you back in the system, put you back in the algorithm. But today's video is sponsored by Miss Ryder Ty. If you are interested or you want to learn about extreme couponing, how to save that money, and taking your dollar and making that dollar stretch, check out Miss Ryder Ty.
I'm coming to you today with this haul that I got from Kohl's. All right. I am doing a guess how much I spent on Facebook and Instagram. But for you guys, so you guys can't be the ones that guessing to get the free gifts. Okay. Maybe. It depends. But I want to show you the shoes that I got, and then I want you to try to guess before the end of the video how much I spent on these shoes and boots. Okay, the first one I'm going to put on display for you guys. The sale price is $69.99 for this boot. Comfortable with wide cap, okay? Next up are these beauties. Oh my goodness, I love these. Look at these. Oh, I love them. Those also was priced at, here's the price right there, $69.99. Here's another beautiful pair, priced at $59.99. Suede. Here we go. Look at that. Next up are these beauties. Cute. Price tag $49.99. Here's another fan favorite. These wide calf. Look at this. Price tag $69.99. Love this style so much. I got them in brown as well. Price tag $69.99. And it's these two. Also priced at $29.99 a piece. So I want you guys to guess how much I spent on this haul. 8 pairs of shoes all together. 2 slides, 3 pairs of boots, and 2 pairs of shoes. Oh wow, it's the glare. So you guys, I'm going to show you a copy of the receipt. Not that you can see it because of the glare. And I'm going to tell you how much I really paid for it. Join me on Rakuten. On Rakuten, you spend $30, I give you back $30. And I get $30. You spend $40, you get back $40. And I get $40. Join me on Rakuten. Because with Rakuten, I bought this stuff from Kohl's. And not only did I get a discount, Kohl's sent me $25 back through Rakuten, and they have hundreds of stores you can shop at. So you sign up with me, and you will get $40, $30, or $20, whichever one you sign up for. Or you have to just spend that $30, and they give you back $30. You spend $40, they give you back $40. So that means your stuff will be for free. Or you can join me on Fetch. Join me on Fetch, and with Fetch, any and every receipt you get can bring you money, cash money, and gift cards. Gift cards. If you put your PayPal to it, the money will go directly into your account. Any receipt, just scan it. You get 2,000.
Check out the codes to pick in. check out whichever one you would like to join, put in the code, see if you would like to shop there, explore the option of saving you money. So don't forget it. You got to stop it. You got to put it on pause to get the code, and see if saving money, shopping on these apps work for you. But remember, you're going to shop anyway. You're going to go shopping anyway. You buy stuff anyway. So why not save yourself some money and stretch your dollar?
Points, I get 2,000 points. 1,000 points is worth $1. 2,000 points is worth $2. Depending on when you sign up, you might get 4,000 points. That'd be $4. And a couple of scans of your own receipts, you'll have $5. And that $5 can buy you a gift card at Amazon, gift card at McDonald's, gift card anywhere. Now, this one right here, join me on Ibotta. Ibotta is like a community. The more I shop, the more you make. The more you shop, the more I make. We make as a community. Join me on Ibotta. This is mainly for like food, and they also got gift cards. And I'm telling you, the cash is real. The cash is real. I'm going to show you some of the things that I've earned from using this app. I just started a couple of months ago, and I already cashed out $140 in earnings. I got $15.94 in the bank with them. It's so easy. All you have to do is the same thing. Just scan your products. When doing fetch, these are all the gift cards I've gotten over the course of a few months. I'm just scanning receipts. Amazon, CVS, those are my favorite stores. And I've gotten free stuff. Just scanning receipts. I only have another minute or two, but this is what I ordered. That's what I ordered. You know I had to order my grandbaby something, so I just deduct that off the price. My total out-of-pocket expense was 8 shoe items and 2 toys for my grandsons. My total out-of-pocket, $69. I'm not including the shipping, which was free. I'm not including the tax, which was like about $4 or $5. So this is my total order, $69. Shop with me, make this money, enjoy your life.
And Dr. Amira, I really enjoyed the wait, I need for you to come up for a second because it was a little crazy yesterday, but I need your point of view on this, and I wish you was live yesterday. I can't spend too much time on this channel because you only get like 20 hours, so I have to make it like short and sweet. So I'm just here to let you know that this page is back. But I wanted to explain something. A lot of men don't understand this. They don't understand this. So I just want to get her point of view on this. And she's the best person because she's a healer. Only a healer can explain this. If you're not a healer, you're not going to understand this. So I need for you, Dr. Mary, to give me like 5-10 minutes, whatever, of your time. All right, when she's ready to come up, she'll come up. Oh, there she go. Hello, love.
Hey, hello, darling.
I meant to show you. I wish I could go into my other channel, but basically as a healer, and they had like BP on there. Damn, you really need to see it because I can't put it in the words, but our boy, the king on the channel, he doesn't understand when it was like how, like when you sleep with men and stuff like that, like that negative energy and stuff stays up in you, and you have to get that cleansed out. but I didn't have no backup because your behind wasn't there. So everybody was like, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that have always been said for many years. And women have always spoke upon that. I want to see something. Hold on. Because that you got to see and hear that yourself. Then I'm going to be the bad guy. Oh God, no! But it's something that needs to be explained because a lot of men, like I said, they don't understand that. They don't understand it. So I was trying to go back to when she was talking, and then let you hear what she said. I can't wait. It's on my little.
I'm a mute so I can listen. Okay.
No, well, you can still mute, but it's going to be quick.
Okay.
Because I need for you to break down what it's not about muting. I need for you to break down what she's saying. So that's when I'm because we need, like I was saying, you have to be a healer to understand what she was saying. So I'll speed it up so then you can hear his response. And I liked your little Leo video, baby. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It was accurate. It was accurate.
A nice energy.
I saw the whole thing before. I was just like, now I'm not an asshole. But yeah, we are. But what like this, we can be. But hey, King Kev is here. Good. We got King Kev here, and we got Dr. Amira here. Because King Kev don't believe me. So King Kev, come up so Dr. Amira can school you, or you can just listen right there so she can school you. Don't forget, this is not Nature Boys content on this page. But it's this, so even though this is a Nature Boys video, it's not about Nature Boys video. It's about the female's yoni, and how you got to protect the yoni. You understand what I'm saying? So being that we got her here and she's a healer, she can explain better than me. So this is the love train. This is not the stirrers. This is my baby. This is my baby. Okay, here we go. Okay, where you at? Here she go. Okay, let me press play.
Out of everybody in the world, and her niece or cousin
Said I am a virgin, even though I am one, and I'm sick.
Women that sitting in their wombs.
Listen.
Yes, but you know what I mean.
I fully understand what you're saying, and I think everyone grabs it.
Hey, Diesel! Hey, baby! Good to see you, sis.
Woman is the truth. Yeah, and the piggyback off the Velvet situation.
I'm sorry. You gotta go telling us stop saying his name. You giving him power.
Not that part. We want to get back to the womb.
When you say his name in any way that he's given it.
Spiritually.
No, but
I think
that's woman talk. See, that's what I'm saying. That's
right, but again,
and sexuality. Stop allowing on me.
and my thing is, I didn't hear a solution. I heard pray for her, and so basically, she said we have to pray for her, support her, and exercise. And what does it mean to have someone sitting in your womb physically possible?
The baby.
No, she said nature nut was sitting in Velvet's womb. That's how come she couldn't heal.
No. That's the saying that, like, well, that's a conversation women be having, and a lot of the negative. That's why they always tell you watch who you have sex with, because if they're negative energy, it sits in your womb. That's why a lot of women are effed up. That's what she's referring to. That's why they always tell you, you got to women, every everybody you have sex with, it's they until you get their spirit out of you, it stays in you. That's why a lot of women, like, they could have been
What?
lost their boyfriend, or lost their husband, could have did them dirty like 30 years ago, and they never moved on. That person is still in
Right,
the womb.
but see, again, Tony, I'm glad you made that exact point. We have to differentiate. Not being able to move on past someone doesn't mean that they're sitting in your womb spiritually.
No, but
I
I'm
think
saying that's woman talk. See, that's what I'm saying. That's
right,
woman talk.
but again,
All
she was
right,
talking about the
Diesel.
spells and the incantations from his chants. Like he said, y'all sitting up watching me, and then we said, no, I don't say that. I don't. So when she says he got y'all talking about him, he got y'all, I don't think.
All right. Basically, you didn't. BP is talking low, but you got a sense of from what I said, from what I heard, and from what King Cap heard. But can you break down the womb, the yoni, and how that stuff stays in your womb, and it has to be cleansed out, or is what he's saying? So I just want to hear it from a healer.
Okay, so what happens is, what they call it is soul ties. Like every time your essence tap into all these different energies, because when they say a man thinks with his what, he actually does think with his what. It's not him. It's not personal. It's not that a man doesn't have his own mind, because a man does have his own mind. But at the same time, that particular organ, as well for females, has its own mind. You know what I mean? I don't want to get vulgar in that sense of that area, and that's actually the root chakra. That is the very first chakra. And so when you have that, and it's red, right? No coincidence. What comes out your body? What is red, right? So in essence, that's where your security is. That's where your comfort level is. That's why when a woman says, "Hey, I really like this guy. I really want to bond with him. I'm connected to him." What does she do? She sleeps with him, right? Because she's giving him her essence, because she loves him. She cares with him. So in essence, she's thinking with her what? You know what I mean? And that also has down there. That also is emotionally. That's how we show our connection. That's where the bond is. That's where security is built. That's where your self-esteem can lie as well. You know what I mean? And it gets like really deeper when you are connecting with a particular man or a woman, or if a man connects with the woman too, because a man also has soul ties when he sleeps with
I said that
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so it works the same way with him, but just in a different way. But he's also connected and bonded with her. It's not just, it doesn't have to necessarily be a baby. A baby is an extra addition, as opposed to just connecting to that soul tie. So if you don't cleanse that, you're going to keep on leaving soul ties everywhere that you go, and you're carrying on that particular person's energy, which is why Velvet still sounds like Nature Boy, correct? Which is why all of them always sound alike, because they have built these soul ties with one another. So although they leave the cult, they still a part of the cult, and they can't leave it because they have not yet gotten rid of or cleansed any of those soul ties.
So can you speak upon the cleansing part? Because I don't think Cap understood that. But like I told him, this is woman talk, So I really wish you was on there yesterday, because it really needed to be broken down. So talk about like the healing and how to get that out of your womb or your yoni, and what are the certain things you have to do.
Well, fasting is certainly one thing that needs to be done. Drinking water, drinking fruit, flushing yourself, but also flushing your spiritual self, flushing your soul, getting rid of that, doing prayer work, doing healer like myself will come into and not just me, but it's other people out there like that, right? that can come in and help to cleanse and remove all of that within you by doing spiritual work. They call it soul tie removal. So soul tie removals are really
Hey,
great.
Anna.
Hi, Anna. What's up?
Hi,
Dear?
how y'all doing today?
Great. So in removing of that, you will find a greater difference. And even with cleansing, even with doing like chakra cleanses, but chakra cleanses will help to a degree, but I would think, I know for a fact the soul tie removal will certainly do that, because you are walking around with all that negative energy. So you can certainly also do it by not talking to that person, out of sight, out of mind. So you have to do a break from your yomi. You have to do also what they call a spiritual yomi break, and breaking all that negativity down in there. Also using taking spiritual baths as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
Mhm.
And is
Yeah.
this certain when you do the yoni steam? Is it certain yoni steams that can help you with that?
Yes, it's different kinds. I have a which I don't put up on the website yet, but I have a spiritual yes I do. I'm lying. I do have a spiritual yummy cleanse, but it's not called a yummy cleanse. But I do have a where it's called a spiritual bath. That's on my website, but you can do sit into a you can definitely do a yummy cleanse where you I'm sorry, a yummy. I'm sorry, my son started talking to me, threw me off a little bit. Anywho, where you can definitely sit down in the spiritual bath and allow that to take place. And what it would do is remove all that negativity and entities circling around you, because that person has an entity. Well, to go deeper, that person has an entity upon them. And because that person has the type of an entity upon them, they are giving you that entity. And especially if that person is evil. And if they have narc behavior, if they have all these different entities that you are walking around basically with their energy upon you.
Right.
So that's the start of it. So it's just like, okay, y'all seen in those movies? Okay, let me give you a minute breakdown, right? If y'all ever seen the movie Exorcist, right?
Yeah.
The priest comes in there. He's like, yo, I'm getting ready to take this spiritual demon out. So basically, that's what it is in the hindsight training, okay? But you're not necessarily doing that as the healer, but I'm just telling you that's basically that's the process, that's the act of it. So just think about it like that.
So it does exist in your womb.
Yes, definitely.
Because a lot of men, they don't understand that, and they thinking that it's just like you got to get it out of your system. But I was like, it's not that simple, because that's why a female could go through, like, after she got that negative energy from like whatever the last man. Until that energy is out, she'll never be happy with no other man. And it will always be like a dark cloud over her, and her mind will always be like on him. It goes both ways, woman or man. But I'm just saying, it is a thing that when you have sex with somebody, it's just not sex or STDs that you're passing them. You're passing them that you're passing them that energy.
Yeah, it's just like that movie Fallen. It's just like that movie Fallen, when Denzel Washington and John Goodman was in that movie, and basically that serial killer or guy was basically jumping into people's different bodies, and it's basically what it is. And what happens is also when you are going through these different changes with these different entities, it's hard for you to start healthier relationships with other people until you have broken that soul tie. Because that's why a lot of your other relationships following that don't work, because you have yet to break that soul tie.
So a little bit more of that conversation. Remember, this is not about Velvet, and this is not about Nature Boy, because that's not on this channel. But I'm speaking upon what she said, because people thought that that saying that she needs to be healed, that we was feeling sorry for her. But I was trying to say she was speaking upon it from a spiritual point of view. It wasn't like she doesn't get a pass for anything that she's done. But we're saying because of that soul tie that she have with nature when she has not been cleansed, that's where all them different emotions she has, the crying spells, and then all the guilty spells, and all the things that she has did, and then she was saying that that girl really needs help to move on because she has that in her womb.
Right. What she's dealt with, then you gotta remember she dealt with Tomac or whatever his name is, Kojak.
Yeah, but we got.
Then she dealt with that other guy before she even moved there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was, doing what she doing. Then she doing all the other stuff. So what? I mean, when has she gotten that cleanse?
Exactly. That's what the lady was. That's what DP or BP was basically pointing out. It wasn't about necessarily like the velvet in the physical realm and what she has done. She was just saying what she needs to do in the spiritual realm, and that does exist. That's why a lot of women, they do go now and get the girl. I told you I met that Yoni steam no damn more. I should have fucked it up, but I did it right. And once I did it right, I was fucked up since then. But I'm still going to do once I get back, I'm going to do my Yoni steam. I'm going to change certain things for my Yoni steam. I think that is, for me, the Yoni steam is so relaxing, especially if you got a nice. Well, I did it fucked up the first time because I forgot I was allergic to like flowery type of stuff. So I had like jasmine oil and I was sneezing and shit the whole damn thing, but I had to put that out. So you get a nice little candle, and I do mine the bootleg way. And it's like everything feels like gone. It's like whatever, it's a lot of stuff that get released when you take a Yoni steam. You ever had a Yoni steam, Anna? Anna Banana.
No, my yoni has never been steamed.
Oh, girl, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know. Tell Dr. Amira now. I know that you had a Yoni steam, right?
Of course. Shoot, I'm queen of Yoni steams. I take one every day, but I do. I take baths with them. I do the bath.
Oh, now I get my little.
However, my tub is so hot that it's just like a steam. But yes, for the most part, I do it every day. I do like a Yomi bath.
Yeah, I just do the steam. But I tell you, my mess was all messed up, but it was working for me. And as soon as I used that damn Yoni steam, everything regulated right back to the way it was. I'm like, this motherfucker. I was like, I didn't ask for all this stuff to be. I wanted it to stay fucked up. So I went from 3 days from taking like the BC, the purple chocolate. I went from like 3 days, and everything was out of order, but it was good for me, baby. When I did that, like the first time, like we had the cramps and stuff because all that dark blood is coming out of you. So
the cold blood,
right, and then it gets light, but it regulated my body back to like I was a youngster. So now I'm back to the 5 to the 6 days. I said, what the fuck I do this for? Everything went. It went right back around like clockwork, and I was like, now I gotta have these extra days and shit. I was so mad. Hey, Marlene. Oh, I got Diesel Wolf in here. I got my baby girl, Darlene. Yes, you're in the ads. Stay in the ads, baby boo. And don't forget, we got some interviews to do. So that's, we're going to be doing interviewing on here. Like, same thing we used to do. But I never got an interview with you, Marlene. I appreciate that. But we're going to be getting them in. And then I got to figure out how to link my StreamYard that I had, because the StreamYard I originally had was over here. And then once they struck the page, it transferred to over there. So I don't know if you can just use it on one or can I use it on both, because this is a different StreamYard. So I'm like, no, I want it connected. I'm paying for it. So if I'm using it this way, I'm only going to get 20 hours. I'm like, no. Can I switch it? I don't know. Nobody knows that answer yet. I was going to do again the young pharaoh, but I saved that for later. I gotta come in here in the daytime. So what are y'all doing up so early? Well, you got the baby. Well, you know it's still raining out here.
I just did a body scrub.
Oh, I like that too. I like the sugar. I like the body scrub when you use the
I
sugar.
did a pink Himalayan salt with baking soda and tea tree. It was more
And
medicinal.
I can't do the salt because the salt will make me itch. Just like I can't do Epsom salt. I can't do that.
I
But
have sugar scrubs too, but
the coffee one too is good too now.
I love a good coffee scrub. I also like ground loofah. I'll put some ground loofah in my my scrub sometimes.
But it's crazy. I ain't did none of them things in so long. I ain't do none of them things. I gotta get back. I gotta get my get back. Get back on the ball.
Yeah, it's awesome. I feel like a different person.
Oh my, yeah, but then me, I can't be feeling all that good. I got to go on the crawl and find me a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you feel a little bit too good. Then you want that sexual healing. So I like to be like in the middle. I don't want to be too good because I'm going on a crawl. I'm making some phone calls like, hey, boo. And then, no, back in the days, well, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, I'm gonna say epic. But it was back in the days, I'm much mature. I should keep that, it's a booty call right there on that, right on my tape. So when I call, when I call who I want to call, I press it, and they're like, it's a booty call, because you know what I want. And they be like, I'm on the way. I ain't never spoke that. I just pressed this on, and like, I'm on the way.
No thanks.
Yes, I was bad. But it was not with new people. Oh, I'm just saying. But they know. So now, if I do all that super scrubbing and all that stuff, and it makes you feel lighter too. I don't know why. The scale doesn't move for me. And I'm like, I had this operation. Then I was like, they said 5 to 6 pounds supposed to leave. Then my appetite sucks, so I'm barely eating. And I was trying to move around. And then at first I went, but I was really swell because it made me swell. So now the swelling finally went down and everything. I go to the doctor thinking I lost a couple of pounds. I got on that damn scale. That bitch ain't moved at all. I'm like, you can't. Are you serious? What happened to the $5 automatically? Because you know I gained 30 pounds from the Rona. So I was like, I'm trying to go backward, but it just won't leave. So I got to wear stretch pants and stuff and stretch shorts. I can't fit nothing. And I'm like, I'm not buying no new clothes. I'm going to have to, I don't know, if I have to get back down to my regular size and then lose weight. See, right about now, I'm not losing weight. I'm just trying to get back to my regular size. After I get to my regular size, then I need to lose weight.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I need to put weight on.
Girl, I got some for you. I got a lot. How much you need?
Like 15 pounds. I lost 15 pounds of muscle for COVID.
Oh, God. Girl,
I'm not going to the gym.
Free of charge. You can have it. Free of charge. But like I said, I just wanted to speak more about like the yoni's and your womb and stuff like that. And I really want to finish with that. because with this particular station, this thing. And yes, okay. Whatever we missed out on, explain like the yoni, the energy of the yoni, and the importance of the yoni, and your womb, and all that other stuff. Oh, she must be talking to her son.
No, you wanted me to explain? I thought you was just talking.
No, because we was talking on a subject, and then that this is a learning. This particular channel, Love Train, is a learning thing. So I want for you to break. If you heard what I said, just break it. Break down the yoni, the positive yoni, and what's the importance of it, protecting your yoni, your womb, and the inside of your body, and everything that pertains to that, that you can save. And you can say some more later, but I want the people who, when they watch the replay of this, to get something out of it. So maybe they'll start, taking care of their yoni. I seen some when people go on retreats and they tell them to put a mirror down there, and they some people have never seen, they don't know what they thing look like. And
Right.
a lot of women got shocked by that. They was like, whoa. They was like, no, you got to get to know her and talk to her. I mean, the way they talk about the thing down there is like it's not part of your body. It's like they make it sound like this person, she's so special, but she's not part of your body, and how she get neglected and stuff like that. So now you got to make friends with it. So,
Yeah, reintroduce yourself. You might have missed her for so long. You might not have seen her. And you have to get to the point in your life where you have to start embracing, just like you embrace that guy, just like you looking into that guy's eyes and feeling him and he feeling you, what have you. You gotta embrace the inner part of your soul. That's like they said the eyes are the window of your soul. Well, hell, so is your yoni. You know what I mean? That's part of your soul. That's your
a lot of
soul.
people don't understand that. Break it down, sister. A lot of people don't. Because they think because they wash and they douche, or they take a bath and they make sure it smell good, they, in their mind, they was good to this. They think that's it. That's all. That's it.
No, that's not it, because that's a part of you. And then think about it. Let's just say any other part. If your throat hurt, then you'd be like, "Oh, my throat hurt. I'm just gonna drink some of this hot water." And then but let your yomi not hurt. Let your yomi not be feeling well. You like, "Oh my God, you can't exist." Let it be burning, or I'm just saying, let it be hurt in any type of form. Let you get a bladder infection or a yeast infection, or let any type of infection come along and see how you feel, because it does affect your whole entire body. It affects your stomach. You may get headaches. Your hands. Sometimes parts of your body may be numb from that. So it affects you in so many different types of ways. So when that is not right, you are definitely going to have to follow suit on that, and you definitely have to be mindful about that connection that you have. And then also, your yummy does help you to connect with people on a spiritual level, because think about, if you really care about somebody and y'all really connected, and they might not be the best lover in the world, but guess what? If y'all have that big connection, guess what? The sex is twice as good, because you're really inclined to be connected to that person. So when it's off, when it has green ooze, if that's what you got, or a yellow ooze, or whatever, something that's unnatural, your whole entire body is off. Your pH balance is off.
Because
Not only your pH balance is off, but your mental is off.
energy is just being transferred, right?
Yep. Energy being transferred. And so it makes sense for you to certainly make sure that that's okay. Make sure that she's okay. And you have to talk to her like, "Hey, girl, what's going on today?" Just like you talk to that man, just like you talk to everybody else, you got to start talking to your womb, because that's very important. Just like when people get pregnant, what do? You're talking to the baby. You're talking to the womb of your
Right.
child, the baby, to make sure that the womb is functioning for it to hold the baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why when people have to think about, let's go deeper.
Mm-hmm.
When people are having sex, right? What do? They talk to each other. You know, when
Right.
y'all are connected spiritually, what do y'all say? I love you. You know, y'all say I love it, right? What is it? The
Mm.
y'all, the feeling, you know, that kind of thing. And y'all are connecting, y'all bonding, y'all sharing this intimacy, y'all are connected, and that's why the sex is so much better, and that's why y'all able to make stuff happen. That's why they talk about, and that's why people use sex magic because they're able to make things
Oh
happen.
yes, bring it up, because
Yeah,
people think that that don't exist. Where was you yesterday, Dr. Amir? I'm putting you in the closet. This supposed to be explained yesterday. This was supposed to have been done yesterday, but I'm
in
glad
my
that
face.
it's on this channel because this is an education channel. So we're just speaking upon things. So any female that's in here, please listen up. It's very important. Now I have to go change the title of this and just say love your yoni or your womb or whatever. But thanks to her, I have a whole thing. I have to change the title, but I have a whole combo going on here. Go ahead, girl.
So what happens is, you know, when you are with somebody and y'all are spiritually connected in some type of form or fashion of another, and you all are engaging in the polka dance horizontally, and you all are getting it in good, and you all are on the same page, and y'all discussing your ideals. So let's talk about that. So let's start over. So let's say, for example, you with somebody, y'all in love, y'all trying to build a future, y'all trying to build a financial castle, and y'all want to raise y'all children a certain way, whatever the case is, right? Y'all together. So you go to this person, you say, hey, y'all start writing down all of y'all thoughts. Y'all start writing down everything that y'all want to accomplish together as a couple and everything y'all want to accomplish separately. So of course you connect, you bond with this person, and then you all cleanse. Y'all fast for like a little sometime. Y'all don't eat any food. Y'all flush all y'all systems out. You're the woman using the yomi. The man is taking his spiritual bath. You taking your spiritual bath, and y'all just said, okay, we're gonna sleep together this day. Y'all get together. Y'all sleep together. Y'all start making this energy roll. Y'all start doing the breathing exercise, the breathing techniques, and y'all start getting involved in that. And y'all thinking about y'all purpose. Y'all manifesting. This is called manifestation. Y'all doing y'all thing. Or beforehand, before y'all even get started, y'all do like a prayer. Y'all say, okay, we're gonna do like a little prayer. Not only
Mhm.
have we wrote everything down, we thought about everything we wanted out of this life. Y'all wrote it down, y'all did a prayer, y'all did all the fasting, y'all did all the cleansing, y'all did all of that. Then y'all got together in your bedroom because your bedroom is a very sacred area. That's why you don't let just anybody in it. You don't just let anybody
Mhm.
in your bed,
Mhm.
even if it's a child. You know, remember the Papa Rolling Stone? Everywhere he laid his head as his home. Well, every time
Yeah.
my father was good about that. When my child's father would come in my room and he would put his head on my bed, my daddy would knock it right off the bed. Why? Because that's his home. And he didn't want anybody taking care and trying to run his household. So he didn't let a man lay their head down in his house. You
You
understand
got
what I'm saying?
that
That's
right.
spiritual.
Uh-huh.
That's not just no talk. That's
Uh-huh.
real. And then when people, you know, when you and gentlemen, when you all are in a relationship with a woman, notice how sometimes a woman will leave her toothbrush over. You be like, dang, okay.
Mhm.
Then she'll leave her soaps over. You know what I'm saying? And by the time you look up, she done moved in your house because she didn't proclaimed her king. Your house is hers. So that's the same way a womb is operated. So by
Great
the time
analogy. Great
man,
analogy.
a man will
Mm-hmm.
put his mouth down there, right? Did he put his finger? Did he
Mm-hmm.
put his ear? Whatever did he do? And then what does he do? Then he puts the fluid there. Boom, the essence. Y'all are buying together. That's why it's harder to leave this particular person alone. Whereas if y'all hadn't had that connection, you would be harder to you would be easier to let go. But once y'all bonded and y'all created that bind, because it's really a bind, soul tie binding, right? And you do that, and by the time you look up, it's over.
Well, let me ask you a question. Now, how does that work? Like the mindset, because let's say you are a woman of the night. You know what I mean, right? You're a
Right.
woman of the night. So now you have all these different energies going up in them. So can you tell us a little bit about how their mindset may be, or maybe that's why a lot of them might grow old, they maybe turn to drugs, or or you do got some of them too that I guess gets like feel better about that negative energy, and they think they boss bitches, or they think it's so much. Does the bad take away the negative energy? I mean, what is it like that when you get into like so much of these different energies up in you every night?
Well, anytime you have a lot of genitalia's whack off, what happens is you are creating all these different soul ties, and pretty much you don't know where your soul is at. So the more essence of the souls that enter into your system, it's harder for you to find your own essence, hear your own voice. So just imagine going into a room, allow people screaming their heads off, and you come in and you trying to get your voice heard, you trying to be able to express yourself, but you can't because everybody else is loud, and that's exactly what happens to the woman. And so many of them will self-medicate, right, to block all that stuff out, to block all the feelings to become numb, right, like you just said. And then some of them will do it because they're trying to hurt themselves, because of something that may have happened in their childhood, because of a soul tie, like if they was molested, the soul tie that they was molested, because that's another form of creating. But that's something you didn't do, wasn't your fault. But
so a lot of time when they get hit with that soul tie, when it wasn't asked for it, but that it still lives in a lot of these women, and that's why a lot of them do go in that direction. Yeah.
Yep. They got all the soul ties. They never got over the soul tie, and that's why a lot of women. Okay, so it can come in a form of women of the night.
Women of the night.
Women of the night. I almost said it. Women of the night. Secondly, it can come in being promiscuous. Having all these different folks, connecting with and saying you don't care, but you really do deep down. And also it can also come out of you not having good, solid relationships, where you get into a relationship and people are always leaving you, or you leaving them, or it's always tumultuous because you all are always battling and you always having this idea because you are so dysfunctional because of your soul ties, and all these soul ties you have brought in and you have not broken any.
Okay, the next question is, because of these soul ties, and some of them are so tumultuous, I said the word totally wrong, which I know what I meant, that it makes them blank out. Like a lot of times they like the tide it's like the negative energy is there, but being that it was how it was done to them, they blank out and they kind of bury it, but it's still there. So as they proceed to get older, they never go back. They don't know to go back and wash that out from the first one, because a lot of them bury it. So with the soul tie, can that, because of the way it's done, can that make you bury it, or the person itself buried it from the memories? Like, how would you say, how does that go?
Well, okay, so for example, let's say that you was with somebody when you was 15, right? And you lost your.
No, I'm talking about far as RAP, the last word.
Right.
Like
Okay,
that. Right.
Okay, gotcha. Validation. Okay, I apologize. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant something else. Okay, gotcha. We got speaking code on here, so I didn't understand.
Yeah, okay, can't mess up this station. Can't mess up this page no more.
Right. I got you. Okay, so when you get into a situation where when that happens to you, where you're violated, we can say violated.
Yeah.
You're violated, right? So when you're violated, you still have to remove that energy. Number one, you're gonna have to address it through all the ways I told you before, spiritually removing it, cleansing, etc. Right? But you also have to deal with the effects of that. You have to deal with that psychologically, mentally, spiritually. You have to deal with that on those terms. Because and then too, you have to come to a time where you understand that it was not your fault and that it was the person's fault, and you have to leave it with the person. And you do have to do what I call a break, a glass break. That some of that will also deal with that, and you may have to break a couple of glasses. You might break a couple of jars to
Well, you're
release.
gonna you're gonna have to break that down, Dr. Mary Glass. Please.
Glass
But
break.
don't have us, you know what I'm saying. But go ahead.
Okay, so for example, you know, a lot of therapists will tell you to do that, and I'm gonna tell you this, my training, right? So one of the things that people would do would be write a letter to the person that did that to you. Now, if you don't know their name, that's fine, but you know the energy of it, and that's what counts, right? But so, for example, if you know the person's name, so you write, "Dear John," for example. "Dear John, you did XYZ, you violated me." Get all that feelings out, however you felt in that moment. And tears, energy, all of that is going to hit you. Let that flow. Don't wipe your eyes. Just, you know, you might be snotting, right? So you let all that out. Write that letter at that moment. What you're going to do is you're going to burn that letter. You're going to burn that letter, drop it into that glass jar that has a top over it. Take a hammer or something, whatever you have, and break it. Once you break it, you sweep it up.
You break it on the floor. Where do you burn it? Like, you burn it on the stove, right?
No, you don't
It?
burn it. I wouldn't burn on the
Right. That's
stove.
why I said you got to explain.
The exact everything
Yeah,
go by.
because you forgot what page you want. This page, you can do all the talking you want.
Okay.
This is your time.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna burn it, and you're gonna put it like maybe you can, well, one of the things you can either use a ear, a Bylon ear, right? Either you can use it on one of those, or you can use on a well, it's a here. You know, one of those shells, a Bylon shell. I'm sorry. I'll be talking like everybody know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Anyway, a Bylon shell. Sorry about that. A Bylon shell. You're gonna burn it in that. Okay.
Is that something you put incense in or something? What is a Bylon shell, girl?
I have it on my website.
Well, until we get to the website, can you explain to us what is a Bylon shell?
Okay, so it's basically what people use for smudging.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know, it's like a shell where you can put your little smudge in. You can
like if you use your sage and that.
Your sage, you put your sage in.
Right. Okay, I got you.
You know, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's just called, people be like sage, or they'll say smudging set, and then just keep it going, but they don't talk about what's in the sage, what's in the smudging set.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you, like I said, you set that on fire. You can put like a tin plate. I've had some clients to use an old plate that they don't use no more. And one time I used a plate when I was staying with a particular person with my ex, and I used one of the plates that we had for our house because it was his mama's plate. So, so I used that plate. And I
burn her house down, right?
And so you want to do is you want to take it outside.
No, we're gonna do it right in here in her house, right?
I don't do it in her house. Don't do it in her house.
Hope it don't burn, but if we do it well, hey, it worked.
So, I mean, you know, I would tell people to just do it outside on the back porch or something like that. Outside, you know, to where you're more comfortable, where if it breaks, it won't be no big deal. You know what I mean? So you put it on, or you can use, like I said, and you set it outside. Once it burns into the point where it's ashes, the letters ashes, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set fire. Well, you set fire to it, you burn it, And then once it burns, the ashes or whatever, you're gonna put into a jar, okay? And you're gonna seal the jar up. You know, most people use mason jars, okay? So use a mason jar, take a hammer or anything that can break it. It could be a brush. I'm looking at a brush right now, right? And
Or
just
if you
smack it.
got, or if you got old candles that come with a top, don't throw the candle glass away because you're gonna throw it away
You
anyway.
put a 10,
Use
right?
that too. So
So
any
you
type
put
of
a tea tree
like
10,
type,
right?
right.
10 or tea tree 10. Okay, yeah, those two. Those are cool. But you gotta remember the letter. Your letter might be a 5-page letter. So
No,
you're
it's
gonna
not,
use 10.
no, you got
No,
the big candles too now.
yeah, you could use if you got the big glass letters, but just put a cover over it though. Whatever glass you use or whatever, just put a cover over it. It could be a small glass, whatever. Mason jars, you can use a glass where people put their little glasses in. That's fine too. And I have also done it where I've used with the big jars with the candles because I make those too. You can
Right.
use those as well
That's
and
what I, yeah.
just use the candle to burn it, and you could just set everything in there, especially if it's really low.
Right. That's what
Um,
I was saying. Use them old candles. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so you can use those too, but either way, whatever you use, okay. I'm not going to discriminate and hate on what telling people what to use. They can use any of those, okay. But as long as it has a lid over it, just put a kind of lid. It doesn't have to fit with the glass, with the jar or glass jar, whatever you use it. It don't have to fit with it, but just as long as you cover it, okay. It can be covered with a little ugly plate that you don't care about, right? And then just break it. Sweep. Once you break it, you're gonna sweep it up, put it into a bag, and set it out, and basically set it out into a trash can that's away from your house. And so
Away from
every
the
time,
house.
yes, and every time you feel like this is what you're gonna be doing. This is what you do to release that energy. Now, let's say by chance you don't have a glass jar or anything like that, then you will use a then you can certainly fire is a part of healing, so is water. So you can also do a wet paper cleanse. You can also do a wet break
I'm
bond where
burning, baby. Burn, baby, burn.
you can do water too. You can use the same process, put it into a jar, pour water over it, and just get rid of it. But I would use but in this case, you have to use one with a fitted lid and just throw it away, throw it out.
I'm gonna be like that lady on Waiting to Exhale. I'm gonna throw that match back, poof, and keep on walking. I'm burning everything. Shit. Ah. Hello, Shasha Six. It's good to see my people. And Marlene, where are you? I know Diesel Wolf, like she was like one. And Marlene, they was like since I really started. So I've always called Diesel Wolf my little sis. So my new family can see some of my old family, and we all get to know one another and become one big family.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's okay that I'm British in the live stream. Well, I don't think it's a problem. But if you have a yoni and you have a womb, and you want to learn about your yoni and your womb, then this is a good station for you. If you don't want to learn about that, then it's not the stream for you. So you burn that second. Now get to the part that you were saying, and if you feel a certain way afterwards, go ahead. Dr. Mary.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
It was like, and if you get feelings or something afterwards, like what you were saying, you repeat it or don't repeat it or what? Let us know what happens afterwards.
I would keep doing it because what it's doing is each time you're breaking that energy, you're breaking that energy, and you're letting go of all of that energy. And think about it as you writing your heart out, you writing your intentions out, and you letting go, and you releasing that behavior, you releasing that pain that you felt. And think about it, when you get angry, what do we break? When you see most people, when people are in the kitchen, what do they break when they get angry most of the time?
Now, hold on. I don't want to get bloody fun of people say, do y'all want a bowl of water or want a crumpet? It is rude and bloody offensive. Okay, Shasha, you have a nice day. Because I don't want you to get offensive at all. Okay, darling? Darling? Okay, darling. Let's get back because we don't want to offend our Londoners.
Exactly. I have no idea what that was about, but okay.
Yeah, that's because people. It's because of the way they say things in London, darling. So she wants you to say a bottle of water or want a crumpet. It's rude and it's bloody offensive. So we don't want to offend her anymore because we speak with the English accent. So that's how we're gonna talk.
I don't know, but okay.
Dot,
I don't know what she's talking about.
I know. Hey, foot soldier. Hey, sissy. How you doing? Please make sure you guys check this video out from the beginning. And also know there is no age bracket because a lot of people have tuned a lot of stuff out, or they think because they've been single for so long that negativity is not in there. So there is no age bracket. Now you go more into that, Dr. Mira, for people who's thinking, that train of thought older women may have, but not knowing that they're still in pain.
Yeah, you gotta address those issues, and no matter how old you get or how young you get, and the thing is, you can understand. What I can understand is when you are elder, when you're older, or in an older age rank. What happens is a lot of times, unfortunately, women have been having to deal with this pain for quite some time, and they have been told to hush and not talk about it, not talk about their feelings, and it was always a secret, especially if you were in different type of fields and or households. And so damn near cults, damn near certain areas be cults. And what people will do is they'll tell you to not talk about it. And sometimes we don't know as women that, this is an issue. And when you hurt, you're supposed to announce it and scream out loud and reveal what has hurt you and not be afraid of that.
I
And
mean,
that's what,
I'm sorry.
Well,
I automatically think like just because of a lot of stuff people went through, even if they remember it or not, I just think it's a healthier way to cleanse you. I just think it's healthier just to just cleanse yourself anyway. Just like to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Kenneth, hey Kenneth from Kentucky, how you doing? Because sometimes you may not remember or something like that, or sometimes you grow old and lonely because that negative energy is in there. So a lot of women end up by themselves.
yeah, you get bitter because
Exactly.
you've been hurt, and you don't know that you don't understand that that you need healing, and you just kind of get passed around and passed around and passed around and years, and by the time you look up, you got cats, you got 1,000 cats,
Uh-huh.
a woman that living in a shoe, and nobody to love you, because or at least you feel like it, because you pushed everybody away that literally tried to care about you, because you've been hurt, because your yomi had been damaged. Even if it wasn't forceful, right?
Violated the violated way.
Right, or violated,
Or
right?
forceful. Yeah, that's right.
Forceful. You still are suffering from this, and you still may be unaware of that, and that's why how important it is to address that issue through all of these different means and realizing what you've gone through.
Yeah, but and even if you don't realize, I just think that this message should be put out more. So just in case you blocked it out of your head, because some people, or you think that nobody's going to believe you, so you buried it, and then now, but you still know what happened. You just buried it, or you think you buried it, but it shows its face in other areas of your life. Or even if you're just not thinking about it no more, and you just feel that I'm old, I'm good, and I'm happy, and I'm sad. We have heard all of that before, but we already know that's not true.
Right.
Not saying that there are not happy people that's old, but don't think because you're old and I don't moved on. No, I truly believe, this is just my opinion, I truly believe that traumas are still there from whatever. And I believe that even if you don't feel it, or even if you, I just think that you should get it cleansed anyway. Because I mean, it doesn't hurt you to get a cleanse. It doesn't do nothing physically to you. To whereas, well, I ain't gonna get down. It might not be for me, and it's a cleanse. It's a cleanse.
My thing is, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, exactly. But
What do
as
you
I
have
start-
to lose? As long as you
Right.
ain't allergic to none of the herbs, then you know what I mean. You'll be okay.
right.
That's why it's important you let people know, hey, I may possibly be allergic to lavender, right? Other than that, you have to tell people, you have nothing to lose at this point. So if you utilize, the Yoni steam, or just cleanse, get your soul tie removed, you have nothing to lose.
Or just seeking out. I think people should just, even if you don't believe in it, like I don't
What's
believe
your
in it.
counselor?
No, but I think that everybody needs to see a healer at some point in their life. This is just like my thought. Even if you don't believe, because I'm like, it's not like because they're a healer, they're witches, or they don't have a belief, or they don't believe in a higher power. It's just that I believe that they've studied enough and they're spiritual enough to, I think people should see them at least once. At least once in your life, you should seek out a healer. So even if it just turns out to be you get a consultation from them and they don't do nothing for you, but that consultation from them, and then now you can start, okay, this, and they can say this. So then now you could do these things on your own. But that's just how I feel. Because I don't think a counselor and a healer, a counselor is never going to tell you what a healer could tell you. They're not. A counselor, even though both get paid for the job, but a counselor is just basically like, listen, all they do is just listen to you and your problems. They really don't care, and it's not really for them to really heal you. Now, going to a healer, that's their job, and then they have like a lot of them are empathic, so they'll feel things, they'll see things. So it's much different, much different. So maybe you have certain type of problems, just go see a counselor. Go see a counselor. But I just think that everybody should at least one time in their life go check out a spiritual healer. But make sure that spiritual healer goes with your beliefs.
That's true.
So you don't think that you are going against your beliefs. So do some research and like, hey, do you love the Lord? Do you believe in the Lord? Do you believe in the universe? Are you an atheist? Or you a witch? Do you practice Wicca? Make sure you know what you're. But I just think that that's something I just think, because people can say what they want, but a lot of these the earth gives us everything that we need. So healers are the ones who did studies on all these flowers, on all these herbs. Like, so when people may call them wicked or whatever, but as time went by, we realized, okay, this is what lemon do. This is what sage do. This is what that does. You know, they took their time to study all these different things. See, that's what healers do. And that's what people don't understand. It's like they're not making a potion. They just using what God put on this earth. Or, you know, and they're showing you, okay, like we're already, in that case, people go, well, I don't believe in all of that. So if you don't believe in it, and you don't believe in them learning what these flowers and herbs and stuff do, but you'll be the same person to say, I don't eat poison, don't touch poison ivy. So isn't that something that somebody had to learn too? So
Yep.
you're quick to say what not to do, but you're not willing to learn what to do. So that's where the hill is coming at. They show you what to do by the same flowers that if you go to any daggone body who does flower, their first thing they say is you gotta pull them weeds out, and what the weeds do this, and the poison ivy does that, and then this one does that. So you so quick to know all the things what not to do instead of now, but you don't want to learn the things that's good for you. That's what healers do. I believe back in the days of like a lot of these healers, they lost their lives, and then once you find out, okay, he touched that flower, he didn't wake up. Now he touched this flower. Remember, this before technology. This is before technology. He ate this flower and he started to feel much better. He ate this one, this herb, and this herb did this. So I mean, it's been since in the Bible, it has been talked about healing herbs. It's always been in there. And that's when they spoke upon all these. So it's not like they're doing anything new. But if you choose to want to have like peace from within and feel anew, this is just, like I said, this is just like my opinion. Like, thank God I could like call this one like right here. Like, healer, Dr. Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to know one. It's good to know one. It's good to know one. That's all I get to say. I got one right here on speed dial. But it takes time because you gotta learn what they're about, you know. And then some people may be like, now I'm not into crystal, I'm not into none of them things. But people say that. But then again, you don't believe in crystals and rocks and rubies and none of that stuff. But then again, you'll have a diamond ring. It's a meaning behind a diamond too. Or you'll buy a ring that has ruby in it. It's a meaning behind that too. Like people find, you understand what I'm saying? People find the negativity and stuff. But again, you still wear, it's still the same thing. It's just different things, but it's still a meaning behind it. So how is it wicked? That's all I'm saying. Now, what you was going to say, Dr. Mira?
I was saying, well, rubies actually are healing stones as well, whether people want to talk about it or not.
But people need to know this because they'll go, oh, no, I don't believe in this. I'm like, but you do it anyway. You do it anyway. At least you know when you do wear that ruby, that's a healing stone. At least you know when you do wear that, because all of it is nothing but stone. The diamond is nothing but a freaking rock. That's it. But people wear all these things, or they got their birthstones, but they don't understand, but they buy it because it's pretty or they color. But everything has a meaning for it. But then if somebody says something about this other set of crystals, oh, that's wicked. Like I said, it depends on where you go, and make sure their belief doesn't go against your belief. But that's if you want to heal, you know, or you could stay, you know, like in pain like forever. You cannot, it's like nothing like, you know. And then besides men, death plays a part in messing up. I don't know if it mess up your womb, but some people need cleansing, and I don't know, does cleansing and stuff help to, it doesn't mean that you stop feeling for the person, but to like get more acceptance or something. But how does that work with Dr. Mary?
Well, ma'am, this was a very enlightening conversation. I really think it was eye opener. I read more than what I could, what you could imagine. And I'm just gonna jump off of here.
Oh, you not gonna answer the question?
Oh, you asked me a question. Go ahead, ask me a question.
I said, Dr. Amira. Oh my God, you made me thought I was on mute for a second.
No, I don't think you was on mute. I just didn't hear you.
Oh man, that was a damn good one. Now I'm not gonna be able to say it the way I said it.
They heard it. No.
All right, I said not just from men in relationships, but sometimes seeing a healer, because like when people have death, and to me that's in your body too. How does, I mean, you don't get over the person and stuff like that. I'm not saying you want to forget that they're not here or anything like that, but how does that work with death?
With your yomi, or just
having a healer? Speaking upon
having a healer. Okay.
Just speaking upon being a healer. We did yomi because that could be a reason. That could be a reason why two people may need to see a healer.
Okay, well, honestly, because I've lost my mother years ago, right? And again, I did not look at her death soon, like I look at, like normal people look at death, right? Death is, and don't get it twisted. I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna now. You miss the person's voice, you miss the person's words, and all of that in the physical, right? But just what I would tell people, that number one, energy is constant, so they never die, right? Technically, now the vessel has died, you know what I mean, has transcended, right? But them and their spirit will always be here no matter what, right? Because energy is constant. However, it's still a thing, because we're all human, that we still miss the voices of our people. We still hear and miss the words of our people. And what I would tell people is that it gets better. Do you totally get over that person? I wouldn't say you get over it. I would say it gets better. I know that listening to their thoughts and thinking about them and remembering your memories, and always, keeping their memory alive, and doing things that will ease your pain, to just celebrate their life. And that's why it's so important for you to celebrate their life while they're here. Don't wait till a person dies to say, I'm going to celebrate them then. You celebrate them throughout their life, you know what I mean, while they're here. And just remember that everything is not forever. We're not here in the physical forever, but what we can do is just celebrate their life.
Now, if somebody comes to you,
go ahead.
If somebody comes to you,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people, once their mother passed, they go like so downhill. That's the purpose of me bringing this up too. They go like if their father passed, or some people lose their children, and they're never the same. And I've seen a lot of people like go straight to drugs and became like crackheads, adult fiends, all them other type of things. So, like sending somebody to a healer, what is like a technique that is used? Or I don't know if I'm saying the question right or whatever, but you know how to get in my head. You know what I mean? Okay.
So I would just tell people normally how, because I have a lot of my clients who have lost loved ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is just discuss the feelings. We discuss how they feel, and I just tell them nobody can tell you how to mourn your loved one. There's not a criteria. Okay, there's not a criteria for someone to tell you how to feel, because you're going to go through so many what they call range of emotions. You're going to go through all those things. You're going to go through the pain, you're going to go through upset, you're going to
After
be
that,
pissed
you
off.
got a question. Somebody left a question for you.
Go ahead. What was the question? Oh, I'm sorry.
Question.
Okay.
Question. So when people say it's time to start the healing process, is that the same as your question, Sugar, to Dr. Amira? Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Can nobody tell you how to heal? That's a good question. Nobody can tell you how to heal. Nobody can tell you what you're supposed to be doing or how to feel. So that's one of the things that I do with my clients. I don't tell my clients how they should feel and what they felt and what they said to another person is wrong, or because they're like, well, is it wrong that I feel this way, that I'm angry at this person and that person? No, it's not wrong, because that's how you feel. And how you feel is very valid. Now, whether or not, and then we have to deal with that feeling. We have to go through those feelings. So if it's a situation where you're mad at, I don't know, your son, for example, if you're mad at your dog or your monkey, if you're mad at any one of them, and
Hey,
it's really
you named everybody I'm mad at. The son, the dog, the monkey. I ain't got the monkey, but you just named everything I'm mad about right now.
I'm saying that's cool, but
Oh, God.
you can be like that. You can feel that way, but you know for a fact that it really wasn't there. Whatever transpired, you just ain't. That's just for the moment. That's just a moment feeling, and so we have to go through that. But I'm not going to tell you not to feel that way. I'm going to tell you not to take that out on that person. I'm going to tell you, and we work through that feeling of why you angry with that person. Well, I'm angry because if they hadn't left the cat food out, that Ricky wouldn't have died, you know what I mean, or Kate wouldn't have died, you know what I mean. And so we have to examine, well, they didn't really do it on purpose though. You understand that, right? And that's something that we go through that. And then they go, okay, well, you're right, I'm not angry at them, well, I'm angry with myself. Well, why are you angry with yourself? Well, that was the last thing I said to them.
So this is the healing. Okay, I want to keep it to the question. This is when you ask them questions. This is the start of the healing process, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make that the audience know. This is part of the healing process that she's talking about.
And then then after we go through these different fields, because it's gonna be constantly, right? So we have to go through these different constant fields. Then we have to find, I don't want to say a routine, but we have to find you a way to let some of this of how you feel out. So I always advise my clients to get a notebook, your handy dandy notebook. So you get this notebook and you start writing down, because I might not be there every day, right? Or it's something you want to do on your home. Because I don't like, a lot of times I don't want my clients so dependent on me, right? So we get a notebook. They write down their feelings. They'll bring their notebook in. We'll discuss their notebook. We'll discuss their day. We'll try to figure out a certain routine. So, for example, if a client is in a bit, what I mean by routine, let me break that down, because I know you're gonna be like, well, what you
I know, right?
So,
because I like for this a learning. This is a learning. We do a lot of learning here. So
right.
When people watch this, I want them to you do what you do. So yeah, break that down.
Okay. So what is the actual
whatever you're saying,
routine type of thing? So routine would be, maybe let's say that this particular client, let's say that they're in bed and they're not getting out of bed, and they still have children that they still are responsible for, or still have they have to go back to work, right? So we will develop a small routine for them to do, little by little. So for example, let's say that they have a kid. I would just tell them, hey, do breakfast with the kid. Maybe y'all eat breakfast. Maybe the kid eats breakfast in the room with you until you can get out of bed, right? Stuff like that. Another thing, let's say that they have to go grocery shopping. Well, just go on, and you don't want to because you in bed. Okay, so order online, order your grocery online and have it delivered to your home. You know what I mean? Get you a shopper. I would just have that particular person. The point is, what I'm trying to tell you is the minimum amount of stress as possible when you're trying to heal over a loved one. So certain minute things may be normal for most people, but stressful for that particular
Right,
individual.
right,
Right. So take some of that, delegate their responsibility to other people so they can do it until you feel better about doing it. And more than likely, if you have a great family or someone, a friend, cousin, uncle, bucket that can go out and do these minute things for you, then I'm telling you that that would certainly help you in progressing to that level of happiness. And just start doing small things of happiness. Like, for example, sitting out on the porch. That might be something you might want to do. You might want to come to YouTube. You might want to look at TV, a funny movie, watching a comedy show. You know what I mean? Anything but really just staying there. Or you might want to, I wouldn't tell people to go to the bar now. That's something that I don't really tell people to do when they go into the process, because you don't want to, that might be a trigger for you to start drinking alcohol and getting drunk and
right,
that kind of thing.
right,
But
right.
I would tell people to start little by little rebuilding their lives slowly, though. Slowly rebuilding their lives, and not to the point where you are where it's not too much for you. Just do little things of normalcy for you, or picking on new hobbies and
And
just
and
go ahead.
staying away from sometimes too when you get the healing, certain people you gonna have to cut off.
Yeah, you have to. You
So
can't. If it's a loss of a life of a person, then it's just certain songs you don't need to listen to. You don't need to listen to if you lost your mama, you don't need to be listening to Sadie. I'm sorry. Don't listen to Sadie. Don't be listening to I'll always love my mama because she's my favorite girl. You only get one, you only get one. No, don't be listening to songs that's gonna make you cry all the time. Now, what I will tell people during this process, I do tell my clients, cry. Cry if you need to. If you need to cry, go right ahead and cry. If you need to kick something, get you a punching bag, go buy you a punching bag and just start hitting that punching bag. Start slapping the punching bag. If you need to get one of those dummies and just start kicking the hell out of it, right? Because you're trying to get all that anger out. So that's another thing I would tell people to do. Find a punching bag to punch. Not someone else, but an actual punching bag. Also, just finding a way to release that energy through any means. I always tell people too, another good thing is bowling, running. If you can't run, jogging, walking, going for walks, walking around your house, writing stuff down, keeping that notebook on you at every given time. Sometimes you may need to go back to work because going back to work will take your mind off of it. Because sometimes it could be difficult when everybody's like, my condolences, I'm sorry you lost your mother, and everybody wants to talk about it. And I know sometimes people be like really they just really care about you, genuinely care about you, but they always want you to discuss it, and you don't want to discuss it. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing. When you get out into the public, that's the difficult part about getting into the public, when people do care, but they don't understand because they never lost someone close to them, and they start talking to you about the situation or the condolences. Even hearing condolences is like, that can be crushing at times for a lot of my clients, for some people, because you don't want to talk about it, because it's a constant reminder about this particular person that you lost, right? Even when you break up with somebody, or somebody breaks up with you, and people know you and they know that person, and they're constantly like, I'm sorry that you and Jacob ain't not together anymore. Or you see Jacob's friend, Jacob was with Sarah. You know what I mean? And it's that constant energy. So you certainly should cry. Crying is okay. Crying is a part of the healing process. That certainly helps you to release dead and stupid energy that you are feeling. And it's okay to cry. And it's okay, with tears, there comes fire, burning things and sage. When I'm saying when I say I'm burning stuff, you're like, oh, we're gonna set this house on fire. No, don't set the house on fire now. But you can certainly burn things. You certainly can burn things. So Dr. Mary, you always have to go to do what led up to the feeling, your actions, basically, right? Yes. Correct. Foot soldier. So you certainly have to release that energy and not allow anyone to tell you how to feel. I think that one of the worst things in going through the healing process is when people try to diagnose you, like your family or your friends, and try to tell you how you should be feeling and what you should be doing in the moment and how you're supposed to handle things. And although let me say this, although you are mourning, it does not give you the right to abuse others or mistreat people, right? So some people need to be alone when they're going through the healing process. Some people need to be away from everybody, right? And some people may be triggers, and you touched on that a little bit, but some people may be triggers for other people, right? You may have this trigger because it's a reminder of a particular person that passed on, or if because even in the friendships, it's like death. That's a form of death too, because that person is it's a loss. Now they're not gone in the physical, of course, so there are some differences, of course, but still it's still a loss. Nevertheless, it's still a loss. It's still painful. It's still hurtful. You still cared about that person. And so you have to really do some things that you probably haven't done in a while, picking up new hobbies, doing things slowly, getting back out, and just being respectable to people and letting them know, hey, I don't really want to talk about that. I appreciate your empathy. I don't really talk about that. I'm glad you care, or some people, again, people mourn differently. Some people may want a whole bunch of flowers and arrangements and different things to go through that let people know that they want other people to care about them, and that's fine too. But you can't set the stage for how you want to deal with your what you're dealing with, your feelings, your energy. And so it's really a great build when you have a listening board, when you have a family member that you can talk to. And even if that person hasn't gone through that before, and I always tell my clients also to find a person that can also be there for them, that's supportive toward their energy. And that understands what it's like. So support groups are good too. And I've had support groups of people who've lost loved ones, and we've done support groups, and I've facilitated it. And basically, people within my support group helped to facilitate it, ran it, and they became out of that. And they still meet, over the phone, because of COVID. But they go out together. They still have fun time. They actually have a group out of that support group that I started for people that lost their loved ones. So you can certainly do that, create a support group. I was told by some of my family members that because I didn't cry at the funeral, it meant that I didn't care. Right. See, I understand that. When my mother passed away, foot soldier, I didn't cry either. I didn't really sit in the funeral because I didn't want that energy, because I wanted to remember my mother, because my mother prepared me for her death since I was like in junior high. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna die, and this is what I'm gonna die of, and yada yada yada. And so I was already prepared. So while everybody was crying, my children and myself, we really didn't cried, no, my children really cried that much because they understood the process. We had been mourning her for quite some time because she already put it into our heads that she's not going to be here forever. And that's something that and it's really difficult when you lose someone and that you all are really close. It's also difficult when you lose a child because you think that you're supposed to outlive your child. So that's painful within itself. It's also painful to lose a parent, whether you're close with them or whether you're not close with them. It's painful to lose a friend. It's painful to lose an animal because some people are really connected to their animals. It's really hard to lose. Okay, no problem, Sugar Love. It's a lot of us lose a lot of different things. We lost, losing your pair of pants is difficult. You know what I mean? And it's just hard, and it's all a part of life, unfortunate life cycle. Because when people transcend, people live, and then people die. People are born every day, then people die every day. And it really hurts when it's somebody that you love. And when you love that person, you just like, man, and nobody wants to constantly talk about death all the time. Nobody wants to talk about that person dying all the time, every 5 minutes, because people do that. People will constantly ask you questions, especially if it's something that's unexplained, if someone was murdered or, especially those kind of situations. I'm sorry, not, they was taken forcefully. Okay. But it can certainly be very painful. It can be very painful because not only did you lose that person way too soon, gone too soon, but you lost them through circumstances or the actions through someone else. So that's painful. So now you're angry. Not only you're angry that they're passed, but you're angry that they were taken from you so prematurely because of something stupid, right? So that's also it's a lot of women around the world and men alike who have lost their children through to unnecessary dumbness, right? And that's hard. That's really, really hard. And it's really hard to go through that, but you have to go through the process of healing. And it's better to go through it now than to act like it didn't happen than later. And so we have to talk about it. You have to talk about it, with someone that you feel comfortable with. You don't have to talk about it with complete strangers. You don't have to talk about it with everybody that asks you questions, because that might not be a safe place. So what I'm going to tell you to do is finding a safe place to mourn, or a safe place to talk or to share conversations. And that's why I say support groups are really good for that. They are really good for that, because people that are around you. And then sometimes, now let me tell you something else too, because I had one client, and it was around that time when I started a group, where they didn't want to be a part of the support group. Okay. And so I just had to do them off to the side by themselves because they felt like it was more depressing for them. So I would not suggest that for that particular person. If it's depressing for you and you don't want to be around everybody that experienced the same thing that you went through, or similar thing that you went through, so why would you then don't do it. Again, a part of my process when I help people to help themselves, they help me to help them, right? Part of that process I do is I certainly ask them what they need, and we try to work through it from there. I can't always tell people what they need. I can see things and I can predict certain things and help facilitate it, but it's important. It's just as important as they tell me what it is that they hope to accomplish during this process, so I can try to do the best way that I can do to facilitate it. Because it can be certainly difficult when you're going through, and I'm not laughing at that, but I'm trying to tell you, you can't tell someone what they supposed to be doing with their life. You can make suggestions, you can guide, you can help them to do what it is that they need to do. I've had all kind of type of clients. I had a woman that speak when you said one of the night, I laughed to myself because I have had clients that was women of the night that have came to me that said that they wanted to wean themselves from being in the streets, and I've helped to facilitate that as well. And that process, man, that was probably one of the hardest clients. No, this one in particular was one of the hardest clients that I had to deal with, because they wanted to, but they didn't want to. Does that make sense? They wanted to, but they didn't want to. And that was partly because of the whole soul tying, the soul cleansing, that whole energy that was going on, and the way that they had felt. Oh, you do good. I'm glad for Soldier, you understand. And they did not want to, and they wasn't on drugs or anything like that, but they just didn't want they did not want to let go of the feeling, and they wanted to relive their pain over and over and over. And those are probably the hardest clients to deal with, where they want to relive the pain over and over and over again, and they don't want to let go of hurting. And there are a lot of people out there, like you said, that are out there that don't want to let go of the
Hold
hurt.
on. I mean to cut you off. I'd like to say
Go ahead.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, co-host. I just had an important phone call, but everything's good. So
Good.
thank you for. I saw you still moving, entertaining. I'm like, yes, that's for co-host. So I just wanted to say thank you for holding it down. I was like, why don't you mind where this chick go?
No, you said I'll be right back, so I'll just tell them some stories of some clients that I've
Yeah.
had.
And it's good because we gotta relate to each other here on here. So this is what we do. So we can help somebody, That's like the best thing. So you could continue what you were saying. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, I promise you, I found it to be the most difficult because, like I said, she did not want to let go of her nature. Can we call it nature boy instead of me saying the actual word? You know what I'm talking about?
Clubfoot.
Yeah, she didn't want to let go of her clubfoot because he wasn't really aggressive, but he was mind control. He was very mind control. He was very manipulative. He was a narc, and he really knew how to manipulate her. So that was one of the things that was difficult. And he actually paid for some of the sessions. That's a whole nother thing. That's wow. It's wow. But I also knew that she had a lot of people within her life that did not want her to get help. Not trying to hold you up, Dr. Amira. What made you get into your field? Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad you glad you asked that. Okay, what made me get into that field? Okay, well, because I needed healing myself. I'm not only a client but a president. So because I needed healing myself, and I had to kind of heal from my past relationships, being adopted and just going through certain relationships that I went through, pain that I've caused other people, right? I've caused a lot of people pain, and pain that I've caused myself, and pain that other people caused me as well, right? And secondly, because I kept getting fired from every job I had, or I kept quitting because I'm energy. I'm all about that energy. And if I still up at a job and it wasn't right, I was just like, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Or it would be a situation where I don't know. I just didn't get along with the boss for whatever reason. So that's what made me get into that field. Yeah, I think that it takes a special type of person. And when I first started, I wasn't really sure because it's something that I've done my whole entire life. I've done my whole entire life. I've always gave people advice. I've always
Mm.
tried to help people in some kind of uh, situation. I would always be a fixer. I'm always a fixer, right? So I've always done that. My mother used to come to me and she would have headaches, and I would just take my hand and just rub it across her head, and she'd be like, "Oh, my headache's gone." Reiki, I used to do all kind of stuff that was sure signs of that. My aunt, well, her sister always said I had an eye, and I
What's
never
your
understood
What's
that.
your life path number?
One.
Mm. You won't believe. You won't believe which one is mine.
What?
Guess.
No, tell me. I don't feel like guessing today. My energy don't feel like
You
guessing.
won't. But my whole life is seeking up other people's energy. So I just gave you a clue.
Just tell me. Jesus Christ.
I am master 11. Master number 11.
I want
I'm
to be
to-
surprised.
I'm like, every time I turn, that's why I can't be around too many people. I'm gonna do a thing on numbers too. I don't know, co-host. Should I do that on here or over there? Do my zodiacs and everything over here or over there? We got to start making decisions here.
I think you should do your zodiacs over here and
And the life paths and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah, don't do it over there because it's too much.
Just keep that for that,
Nature
and
boy.
then everything else do over here.
Mhm.
But I'm like, because I always known it the same way. Like, people be arguing with me, and I'm like, what I say always come true. It's like I foresee like crazy, and I get into a lot of arguments with people, and then they ain't gonna tell me, but it's gonna be revealed to me that I was right. Like, even when I was speaking about nature, I'm like, no, that's fake. When I seen the other guy acting like he was like, no, that's fake. And then when they're talking about the womb and stuff, and the lioness in me, I'm not gonna stop. I'm like, I know I'm right. I know I'm right, but they don't understand that's not the lion in me that's arguing. That's the life path 11 in me that's arguing. See, they switch off. So that's when I strongly feel something, but that too, that's why another big thing I started studying like herbs and all the things that I had to learn that myself. That's why I said I think everybody should at least know a healer. I'm speaking upon experience. You should know a healer or something like that, because you have a lot of people that's empathic that do not know what to do with that energy. And a lot of them, when they taking on that negative energy, like they don't know how to shut it out.
Mm-mm.
They don't know. So like with me being an empath and a life path 11, I'm like, God damn. I'm like, this kid, I'm sick. I be sick of it. So I had to learn, but the good thing when Leo kick in, Leo doesn't give a fuck. But life path 11 gives a fuck. Pardon my French. But life path, like, yes, you could do this. Leo like, fuck that. But life path 11, like, no, you can't say that. No, you can't do that. And then, and that's why when people say stuff, regardless of how bad it is, I always understand. But it doesn't mean, that's like somebody saying to me, let's say they robbed the bank, and let's just say I'm a judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the person says to me, and they start explaining to me like why they robbed the bank and everything that they've been. Being that the empath in me is going to understand what they're saying, is going to feel what they're saying. But I tell people all the time, that doesn't mean your ass ain't going to jail. You're still going to jail. So people be thinking I let a lot of stuff slide because I understand stuff. But yeah, I can't turn that off. But that doesn't mean I ain't gonna lock your ass up for a very long. You did the crime, you do the time. But the empath in me have to. I mean, I don't have to, but I understand everything that you're saying. But it doesn't change. Thank God I am a lioness who is happen to be a life path, because that doesn't change my decision. Like, bitch, you going to jail, under the jail, beyond the jail. But I do understand though how you feel. But you still going to jail. It's crazy, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Tamisa Curse, and then I could switch over to a 1. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I could switch to a 2.
Well, I think people like I did on one of mine's one time, right? Well, in general, okay, let me see how I can explain it. Okay, so whatever, like I was telling people, you can learn how to. Well, this is kind of on top of what you're saying, but it's a little bit off topic. Okay, so what I'm saying is that everybody has the ability to tap into different energies. So, for example, if you are a Leo and you be like, look, I want to be compassionate today because I'm just like so hard body. I don't know how to apologize. So I'm going to tap into the Pisces energy. And you tap into the Pisces energy. All you got to do is visualize the Pisces symbol and just breathe in, breathe out, and connect with that energy.
Yeah,
And
but me, like path 11, I'm going to do that regardless. You remember, a lot of people don't understand. That's why I'm going to do a show on Life Path. I'm going to show certain videos, and then we can break them down. I like to watch it. I like to hear what people have to say. I just love to hear what people have to say, and then I like to do my thing on it. But in any way, I only could break down. That's not my forte. The only reason why I broke down 11 because somebody was speaking upon it, and then I did the calculations. I'm like, oh shit! So then I studied that, and I'm like, yeah, that is me to the T. So I can't break down all of them because I'm not all of them, and that was never like. It's like you always hear somebody go, "What's your sign?" But you will never hear. It's not a big thing. Well, what's your life path number and what's this number? Because it's different numbers. Right. So that's not talked about a lot. So I never was like, it was really like nothing I sunk my teeth in to learn each and every single one of them. I just learned about mine. So, and then me learning about mine, then I had to learn about 1, and then I had to learn about 2. Now, when you're going 3, 4, 5, now I know like the 9 is completion, but I can't, and I know like the people who are 8, they're more like the dogmatic people. They're like the shrewd businessmen. And I only know like very little, but I cannot break down. I can't, like I said, if it's containing me, I can break it down because I was like, okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You ain't getting nothing from me. I just tell you dash, but that's all. What you heard me say, that's all I can give you. I can't go no more. That one sentence. That's it. But I do find come across some good videos, and I still want to break that down. People don't know that's part of their chart too. Right. So we're gonna be doing like more numerology and stuff like that. And, people are gonna have to you can easily Google it. Google it, put your birthday in, and your year in, and you'll know what you like.
And for the record, y'all, it does matter about your number. I mean, about the time you were born, because some people don't know when the time they were born. Now you can get close to a person's information. Some of the things will be off, but it's important to know what time you were born.
But if you don't, because I don't. But if you don't, you'll have like a general. But it's best to know these things. It's best to know.
Let me give you an example. I agree. But you would get a generalization, but it's gonna be it's gonna be off. Okay, so for example, I did not know what time I was born, right?
Right.
When I first did it. Okay, when I first did like eons and eons, like 50, not 50, shoot, how old am I? 48. So when I did when I was
many moons ago.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I gotta remember what day because it's easy for me. Okay, so I was 8 years old when I did it for the very first time, right? So for years and years and years, I've studied it, mastered it. I'm like, okay, this is me. Okay, yada, 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 right? And then when I got my original birth certificate and I found out what time I was born, so I was born 604, I found out that my 12th house was Pisces.
Yeah,
It
but if you felt that that was you before, why when it changed, it wasn't you no more?
Mm-mm.
That part
I totally
I don't get. I don't get that part.
I understand, but it made sense because of at the time.
Because you said that was totally me, and then now it's not you no more. I'm like, that part I don't get.
Yeah, okay, so let me explain. So at different times, I felt like Pisces always got on my nerves, but I never knew why they got on my nerves. See, the reason why they got on my nerves.
I can tell you why.
Well, I know, but I mean like really got on my nerves. I'm
same way I need a drink just to talk about Pisces. You know how I feel. I don't like to talk about Pisces. You know, because I don't want to hurt Kevin's feelings and a lot of people's feelings, but they just don't know about these people. Are they evil?
Where I understood it was because that was me. You understand what I'm saying? So once you understand it, why, and that portion of me got on my nerves. So now I understood why, and I saw so much of that particular Pisces daughter in me. I saw so much of me in her. So it wasn't just that she'd be tripping sometimes. No, it was really that I saw a lot of similarities.
I got a student like that. Oh my God. One day I told her, I said, listen, the two of us can't be here. The two of me can't be here. Okay. She took me back to my youth because remember I deal with youth. So I felt good to see, this was new and out. And it's crazy. Our birthdays is a day apart. So I don't know. Maybe we got the same chart. Maybe it could be like a different things missing here and there, but our chart is damn. She is literally me. She's so much me. She fucking scares me. I mean, the way she does everything. So one day I say, two of us, you have to change up, okay? You have to change up. She comes in just like me in the morning. Don't talk to me. Don't bother. Make sure I got my coffee first. Make sure my head is right. You know, she's not that friendly. The work is done to the T. But when she wants to, she can show you that side of her. Same way with me. When I want to, I can show you I could be happy and I could play and I'm wild and all that other stuff. But a lot of times I'm like regular. And I've noticed that with a lot of I can usually tell when I have a lot of Leos because unfortunately, people believe they in the front, but in reality, they're in the back. You know, for some reason, I don't know why, but majority of the Virgos is the one that's in the front with the biggest goddamn mouth. I'm telling you, but
because they're more opinionated and they feel more fancy free with their information, and they feel like I am the intelligent one in the crew.
Yes,
so
darling.
Myself.
Yes, darling.
So that's how they get down. And they be like,
yes.
and they think and everything, and they perfectionists, and everything has to be logical. Everything has to be logical. Like they don't believe, like, you know, some people, you know, can feel a person's energy, like, okay, well, I feel like this person is great, so I'm not gonna take this personally, or I feel like this person is bad, so I'm gonna take this personally, right? So with those Virgos, they're like, no, that's bad, that's evil, because it's logical that it is, not because I just feel that way, right?
Right, correct.
It has to be logical. It's logical.
Yeah, but their logic sucks. But anyway,
and their logic is different.
But what I don't like about them, and this is how I could usually tell, not always. This is how I could usually tell when you're a Virgo. Like me, I don't like to use my brain cells all the time, right? But that's like a lot of people. They don't like they just like if you conversating, just a regular conversation. Like there's no need to show like I have a degree or not a degree because you're doing regular conversation. So sometimes you may slip and say something smart and their whole entire body, and they'll go, I didn't know you knew that. I mean, I know that you gotta be a Virgo because in their mind, everybody's dumb. Everybody's dumb. Like nobody's smarter. They like everybody's dumb. So when they realize you're not dumb, it look like they get. I'm telling you, I've seen it too. It look like they're getting ready to faint, like pass out. Like oh my God. All this time I thought that this person is really smart. When you hear the word, I didn't know that you knew this or knew that. I'm like, use a Virgo. You use a Virgo. Because it's like every time somebody do something, it's like a surprise to them because they think that they're the only ones who can do everything. Like it's just them, like nobody else. And it kind of tickles me. It tickles me every time. It's just like really tickles me. But for some other people, it might not tickle them because they may feel like they're being judged. But that's what Virgos do too. But Virgos don't understand that you don't know what's in somebody else's brain or mind, but they do make that assumption. They make that assumption. And then they get their feelings hurt when they realize that person got just as much as brains as you. They're just as smart as you. So you go over there, have your manic attack, and then come back when you finish, and you can finish the conversation. But yeah, we see.
Yeah, I could tell Virgo because when I had said that Leos are assholeish,
we are. Yeah, we can be. I was just joking. We can be. But I heard
Virgo, skillful assholes. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly. You was 100% correct. I sound like being put in the same sentence with them, but I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, but Virgos are the asshole.
I got the video, but I was just joking because I was like, yeah, we can't be. But I didn't say that part. But we can't. We can be. So if you're a shadow side one, not the nice ones who really know what their purpose is in life, but if you're a shadow side one, you're a true asshole. You're a real asshole, and it takes another Leo to let you know I could be an asshole too. So let's asshole together. So they be thinking because you the light, you do stuff, you're the positive one, but they forget the trait is in both of us. You just choose to use yours for the bad, and I choose to use mine for the good. But because I had one, did not he I don't know what he thought, but he must have forgot we both was Leos. He must have forgot. And I had to teach him some lessons. That's all I'm gonna say. I had to teach him a little something. He didn't. Yeah, he must have thought because I do this and I do with the kids, and I'm so and me. I'm the only person I give everything away. I don't know why. Somebody can look at something, and if they like it, I'm like, you can have it. I've always was like that. I don't even know how I got stuff in my apartment. I give everything away. I know my aide, they give me aid. My aide love me. Every time she leave my house, with the bad stuff. That's just me. But sometimes people will forget that, especially another Leo. They will, but they don't understand. We still possess it too. And the things that he tried to do, I didn't forget I was a Leo. You forgot that I was a Leo. So I see where this is going. And I taught him a lot of lessons. He ain't gonna see outside for a very long time. And we're gonna leave it like that.
But I see I don't see how two Leos, and I know it's possible because I know a couple of Leos that are together. But when it's bad, it's real bad.
Yeah, but I can't deal with one. But I could be friends with one because we get each other. So I don't have to. I like talking to other Leos because we don't have to explain really a lot of nothing. We get it. So that's the only good thing. But far as being with one, even though he was a shadow side Leo, But I did enjoy talking to him because it's like we was talking the same. It's like talking the same language. Like everybody else speaking different languages, but when you speaking to a Leo, another, it's like we speaking the same, so we understand each other. But come to find out, he was a shadow one. I'm like, bitch, we got the same traits here. I'm gonna show you a little something. You supposed to try that shit with somebody else. Soon as you hear the word, that's just like certain things. Like if you's a Taurus and y'all think just like they always be like, oh, Fifi get on like Nation Nut nerves or whatever, however you put it, because she know what's gonna tip him off. She know like another Taurus is not gonna get over on you because like, but I know what you're doing, right? You understand what I'm saying? I know how you think, and I know what you're gonna do. But if you want to play this game, we're gonna play this game. But I mean, I don't know why a lot of signs they forget that. I don't care what sign you are. You could be any sign you want to be. But when you're dealing with the same sign, try to be as positive as you can. Or if that person is positive, be just as positive as that person. Because they could cross to the other side because we both got the same traits. You just use yours the way you use yours, and I use mine the way I use mine. But don't think that it's I can't show you a little something because it's in me too. So if you're dealing with somebody that's the same sign and they showing you a good person, you better fake it and you better be a good person back. Because if you's a bad person, you're gonna see they're gonna handle your ass because you ain't gonna see it coming. You're not gonna see it coming. Hello, Super Twins and Gary. But you get what I'm saying though, right? That's like Nature Boy by may think you so sweet. And he don't know. Like let's say you meet Nature Boy right now, like and you'll say, I'm leaving all the other traits alone. I'm gonna use all my Taurus energy on him. And he may think he got your ass, and he may think he manipulated you and all that, and you're gonna show him something. You're gonna show him.
No, he can't manipulate me. Now the thing is, I would say that a lot of times, one of the Taurus things is we'll let a person think that they manipulate.
That's what I'm saying. Right. You know all the games, so another Taurus is not going to be able to get over on you. That's what I'm saying. Because like different signs may have to figure you out, but your own sign, for some reason, they forget what's in you is what's in me. But the way you use yours is the way you use yours. The way I use mine is the way I use mine. But they'll forget that because they're thinking you're so nice. They don't know. You want to play dirty? Okay. All right. And I know what you're doing. And I know what you're going to do. And I'm going to know how you want to do it.
And also what I noticed is that sometimes, okay, so let's flip that. Okay, let me flip that, what you're saying, right? Also what I noticed is some Tauruses act like that they know what you're doing, but because it be them, boom, it be them that the problem is, and they'll try to flip it on the other Taurus to manipulate everybody else on the outside. And this happened recently, but we gonna talk about that. But it be them, and then they'll be trying to put it on you, but it really be them. And you be like, wait a minute, that I didn't do that. That was really you. And they'll try to flip it and put it on you, and it be really them. Does it make sense? You know what I'm talking about?
I get what you're saying. That's just like two Leos trying to figure out who's gonna say sorry. That's like, well, then we both gonna turn into skeletons. God damn it, shit! Because I ain't saying it. Well, I ain't saying. That's why I'm not dealing with none. I mean, you would have to be like super mature for me to deal with one. You got to be super mature. That means you would have master. Like I already know you know how to master yourself because I am still a Leo. We are still the sign of expression. We are the sign of self. So everything that we know, everything that we do, we know that we're doing it. We are very conscious aware of everything that we do. So you know, and then we're the sign is we have to evolve. So if you're not evolved, no, 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 and no. You stay way over there, and I'll stay way over there. Because you remember, I don't know why, but Geminis too, they the sign that take too long to mature. I'm like, God, when the fuck do y'all mature? Shit, I stay unmature for a very long time. And you got a lot of grown ass Leo men has not matured at all. And like I said, Gemini too, but we speaking about the line is they're like, oh,
You gotta get a Leo person, whether it's female or male, at the right age, and that doesn't necessarily have to be like older.
Yeah.
They age.
You gotta get them at when they mature.
At the right time, right? When they at the right time,
exactly.
at the maturity time,
exactly.
and when they settled, when they mind is settled,
right? Then
when
you would see.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would see a whole different Leo.
Yeah. But if you get that Leo, but the same way with the Taurus, if you get okay, let me break this down. Let me go deep. Okay, if you heard a Taurus,
I know you may ask me that.
No, I'm just saying, if you heard a Taurus, no good after that. You gotta really hurt a Taurus. If you really hurt that Taurus, like if you in a relationship with that Taurus and you really hurt them, they not gonna be no good after that.
No, that's a fixed sign. Because you gotta remember certain things too. It's a fixed sign thing. That's a fixed sign thing. Certain things,
a lot of fixed signs are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, certain things it's a fixed sign thing. So a lot of times, like when you saying certain things, I get you because I can tell when you're in your fixed nature.
I'm telling you, because we get to the point where we feel like, okay, so
especially when both of us get into our fixed nature, I think people are gonna have to start paying us for our entertainment. I'm just saying, because when we both get in our fixed nature, they are so entertained, we're gonna start charging. No, we're not going into we want some money. Y'all want us to sit up here and go back and forth, and both of us in our fixed nature, none of us is backing down, and y'all getting too much amusement. Y'all gonna have to pay us, because they sure the hell no, they enjoy that shit. They enjoy that shit either they blown away and they trying to figure out what's going on. Are they friends? Are they not friends? But they don't understand. We're just both in our fixed nature. So and foot soldier too, my Aquarius and my Scorpio. We know, we could tell. We may not know like certain things a fixed sign would do. We may not know exactly what your sign is, but we could tell you're in a fixed nature. Hey, Ms. Ryan.
Can you drop your Cash App in the?
I gotta get off of here. I forgot this is not Tony T. My hours, my minutes are ticking.
Well, I try to make it quicker. You start talking.
That's because that's what we used to doing. That's what we used to doing, and then I wanted to cover everything that you were saying. And I wanted to make sure whatever questions that people who are not here at the moment may have wanted to ask or wanted to hear an answer for, I was able to do that. So if somebody's watching a replay, I wanted to make sure certain questions, they're not here to ask. You will get the answer.
Foot Soldier asked the question. She said,
Foot Soldier, stop playing with me. Sissy. My aqua queen. You my partner sign. They say opposite, but I don't call it opposite. I call it your partner sign. My partner sign.
But are you going Nature Boy live?
Yeah, I'll probably do that in about I just called you my aqua queen. Aqua queen. I'm gonna get for Soldier. I'm gonna get her. See, you can tell she fake. You see this, right? You can see how she acting, right? She's like, no, I want you to say it. I want you to say it. I ain't got time to play no game with you.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Quite a day.
I know, right? But I don't even know if I didn't even see no I haven't even really seen nothing for Nature Nut. That's why I want to start getting this channel back alive because I gotta digest and we're not teaching over there. Like over here we're teaching. You know, we're just commentating over there. And even though we try to get it to where people try to get to learn something from us, they're too busy into watching him. They're not getting the lessons of why we're doing Nature Boy. The purpose of us doing Nature Boy so we could teach you about narcissism, red flags, what to look out for, and everything else. But they're not seeming to understand that. So at least when I come over here, people will learn and they will understand what we're talking about. You know, my baby.
Yeah, I understand.
My baby. This because you know this is technically the main page.
Yeah, and then too, and what a lot of people don't want to deal with is I think a lot of nastiness comes from dealing with that Nature Boy stuff. I'm telling you, it gets to be too much. And
Yeah.
that people, you know, it's just be crazy energy.
Yeah, and then if people got the message of why we're doing it, I would feel better. But they're not. They just so into Nature Boy, and I'm like I used him as a poster child for narcissism. I use him also so we can see the red flags, you know, so we can see the changes, and for every term that is like the love bombing and all these other things, because this is more Nature Boys out here. Your next door neighbor or the next man you may meet. So if you're too busy watching him, you're not listening to the signs that we're trying to tell you, you're going to end up getting your Nature Boy too. And because you didn't listen to nothing we said. And then I don't care where he goes shopping. I don't care about, like, I'm not, like some people do a video on every single thing he do. I don't need to change that bad. I don't need the money that bad. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to make a video for every single thing he do. I mean, the change is nice, but no, how I feel is more better than what money is. You know the word. My integrity is worth more than the little bit of change. But I'm not going to keep him on everything he do on his page. And I see people do that. I'm like, y'all crazy, but knock yourself out. Oh, he's went shopping. Oh, he went to Rent a Center. Oh, he went to Petco. I'm like, really? Is that something to talk about? I like to do stuff when he does something. I like to talk about it. I don't care what color couch you bought.
Right.
I mean that's that part, but it's just like anyway, it gets too much. It's just too much. It's too much. So at least some days, even if I don't even go on live, I just basically start. I got to build my audience back up here, and they have to know that I'm back. So I don't even know how many. I'm not going to probably not be doing as much Nature Boy as I used to, unless it's some good juice. But now I got to show the young Pharaoh because did you see? Okay, you wasn't here yesterday. I'll probably go back on that. But I so needed your ass yesterday because not one person had my back. They was telling me I was wrong, and me and poor Kev was going in it, right? And you know me, Kev don't get it because he's trying to tell me no. And I'm like, where the fuck is Dr. Mira when you fucking need it? Because she's a healer. She's a spirit. So at least that's the one time you would have had my side. It would have been me and you against everybody. Because people don't remember that's not talked about in the communities.
Mm-mm.
So they don't understand that. And then it's bad enough if you're a man, you're not going to understand that. But it's not talked about in the community. That's all these young girls wouldn't be letting all these different things go all up in them. They don't know what's attached to them things.
Yeah, the men too. Shoot, the men be going through carrying these bone carriers, carrying these energies from these different crazy. Some of them be crazy, and they be passing all that energy from these different women. And dealing with it, and then they find them somebody decent, and they didn't pass that energy. Same way with a woman, find somebody decent, pass that essence of that, and all of a sudden y'all having problems. Y'all start having problems after y'all have sex. How about that?
And this needs to be talked about, and parents should learn to talk. Like a lot of things, parents gonna have to retrain themselves to teach their kids. So a lot of them is just teaching their kids off of like how their mother treated them or how grandma. None of them is not studying like certain things in particular, like to really teach their kids. Like they're not studying, like learning. But baby, you have heard plenty of times, don't give your pearls away. Right. They'll say something like, they call you like your pearls. Like, what the fuck is a pearl? But don't, they call it jewels. Them back in the days, they had them names, but they didn't tell you what they was talking about. But they just had
don't get your pocketbook away.
Yeah, and keep your pocketbook closed. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? I don't have a pocketbook. But because they was too scared to talk to you about that. But they was warning you. But I'm like, you didn't really warn me. I just want to let you know that, because I don't know what the fuck.
Have you ever heard a penny between the knees?
Keep
a penny between your knees.
I ain't heard that one either, but that was said too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
It means if a penny's between your knees, you can't do anything else. Like keep a penny between your knees.
Oh, so your legs will stay closed?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, grandma had it. But that pocketbook one, oh my God. Yes, I've heard that plenty of times.
I heard to keep your deposits. Don't give any money out.
Even the one that we know now, don't give all the milk away for free.
Honey.
You ain't gonna buy the cow. Now imagine hearing that when you were a kid. It's like, what the heck is a cow?
Keep your cat to yourself.
Keep your cat to yourself. But I'm like, I ain't no goddamn cow. But that mean don't give the milk away for free. So they ain't gonna buy it. And then you're like, I'm not on the phone.
They'll never buy your milk because you're giving it away for free.
No, but we know. But listen, they're not telling us what they're talking about. All we know is don't give the milk away for free. They ain't gonna, but remember, I'm not on no farm. I ain't around no damn cows. So I'm like, well, what the hell is okay? All you can do is go, okay. Now you got older. When we say it now, we say it with an explanation. They didn't have the explanation with the sayings back then. They just said what they said. When we got older, we understand. Keep your cat to yourself. Yeah, all right. Something else on your cushion and your pushing, something like that. I forgot what that old saying, but it had the word cushion and pushing in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
More cushion for the pushing.
Something like that. But I think that one you're talking about is when you got older, cushion for the pushing. This isn't one where they told the little girls so you wouldn't do that. But I know the one you're talking about. That's the one we use when we get older. But I was like, oh, well, don't give away your pearls or keep your jewelry. I'm like, jewelry? Don't give away your jewelry. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. Keep your penny between your knees. I'm like, you ain't give me no goddamn penny. Where's my allowance? Where's my allowance?
Yeah, they also said your feet were not supposed to leave the ground in the presence of a man. Like, you're not supposed to be in his bedroom and your feet are not supposed to leave the ground.
Now, I ain't never heard the bedroom part, but I heard that part because at that point, we wasn't in no man's bedroom. But I did hear that part. The feet not supposed to leave the ground around a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, damn, I'm sit down or whatever, the people stay on the floor, but they didn't understand. All you had to do was stretch that motherfucker open. If he's still on the ground, let me stop. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice.
You a whole fool.
I don't want to say, Grandma, all you gotta do is spread it. With your feet still, or you could back it up, Grandma. You know you could back it up and your feet are still on the ground, right? But anyway.
That's weird. I mean, that's real weird. It's uncomfortable, but okay.
Listen.
Stop giving. Okay, yeah, free by the cat. Yeah, okay, yeah, we said that. Yeah, that's cool. Boy, that penny on the penny between the leg. Now I ain't never heard that one. Now I don't know.
I guess that wasn't. Well, we heard it now, but these kids now, we gotta say, keep your bag in your leg, because they always came claiming bags. Well, keep your bag between your legs. Yeah, we gotta change it up. We gotta change it up, or we gotta pay. I don't know.
I just tell people don't give their essence away. I mean,
I've heard that.
I just say that. That's why I used to tell my daughter, keep your essence to yourself. Until they can afford to put you in the house.
Or your virtue, or they'll say something biblical or something like that. And it's like now it just sounds so, like when you're older now, it just sounds like so easy. Like, yeah, I get it. But now at 8 or 9 years old, you're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Well, okay. And then when you got a certain age, which not a lot of females didn't listen to, when they was trying to tell you about the pocketbook, and not the point of sex, but as in I forgot how it went. But that conversation, you don't get no man no money. I forgot how them little slogans used to go. But a lot of girls didn't catch on, and they was giving them in their damn money. But like each stage of life, they came with something you didn't understand, but now you understand.
What do you mean?
I forgot, but it was like they was supposed to give money. Don't give your money to no man. I forgot what they used to say. Hey, Selena. How you doing, love? Also, personal hygiene was my. Hey, Calvin Bozo, my brother from another mother. What's up, boo?
Yes, right. I was gone for a minute, but did y'all touch on the red hot water bottle over all the grandma's doors? Because my grandma had one.
I
didn't talk about that.
Mine just had ice picks. She ain't have all the rest. All she had.
No, I had one too. My grandma had one.
I'm talking about.
Let me tell you, I still eat my ice, but I get complaints, so I have to go on mute and eat my ice. But my sugar love people, I don't have to go on mute. They love this. Well, they should see me eat my ice because they saw my face. But they knew I'd be throwing that cup back, crunch. So yeah, I'm be crunching. They couldn't wait, so I ain't had to stop eating ice because at that point you saw me eating ice. And they like, it's an ice break. Lord, oh Lord. Calvin, what's going on with you, bro?
My grandma used to have one of them bags over her door.
For what?
For cleansing. Like for doing douches and yoni cleanses.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, now you explained it. Yeah.
My grandma
I got one.
Alum water.
Yeah, and I got one now. I don't put it over the door, but it's in the closet. But I got one too.
Your vinegar's not necessarily good in that area. I mean, we kind of did it wrong back in the day. I think the people from I think certain parts of the world in other countries have done it better, where they will sit over steam, right? Put essential oils. That's also good as well, since you brought that up. That's also good. If you got to make sure you're not allergic to it. I would tell people to use lavender, but if you're allergic to it, then not so much. Then there's tea tree. Tea tree is good for that as well.
I love tea tree. I think I use tea tree for damn near everything. That's like the holy grail. There's another one. It's another girlfriend I had on here. I missed her.
There's a lot of them.
And she had a baby. And I didn't see her no more. That's hard to believe. I know. Listen, I don't even know how many minutes I got left because I'm trying to say something this time so Anna Banana could do her presentation, but I still have to get the crowd. The crowd has to know the page is back. So I'm trying to come on for a little bit. When Dr. Mara popped on, I said, listen, I used to do segments anyway, so I'm glad she's here. Let's do a segment. So I did a segment. All we wasn't supposed to do all this extra talking. It's supposed to just been the segment, and I see you on the other side. But I know once we start talking, and I forgot I'm not on Tony T. I totally forgot I wasn't. No, chick, this is not unlimited, okay? Your time is 20 hours for the month until I figure out how to use it for both. He should be coming live again or from at least what he's saying. Oh, that's good. The crowd is up for a cup of ice moment. Y'all got that right. I told y'all I was gonna change my name to Ice Queen. Y'all don't know.
That'd be cool.
No, you don't know. That's because you never like I got the thing here, but this is before because I get up too much when I should be like I never use the camera. So you have not seen how much ice I go through. You haven't seen me eat as much ice as I went through. And one girl that I eat ice to, I'm like, girl, let's do a competition. Jesus. Let's go. And because we used to have, I used to like when I used to grow channels, and then I used to put people content up. So if you like the content, you could like subscribe to the channel. And you know what videos I can't understand that makes a lot of viewership? Them damn starch commercials. People literally sit up there and watch people. I mean, it'd be like 100,000 such watching people eat starch. I'm like, that's the weirdest. Yes, check out them videos. People eating starch. Look how high them videos are. Eating starch.
Tony?
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Eating starch.
Dr. Mara, you've been around.
I'm seeing people eat like strange things and do like it could be starch, dirt, mud, whatever.
But that's starch. Go on YouTube, pressing them starch eaters. Baby.
I ain't gonna do it.
And then they got the ones too that get a lot of views. The chick just letting the fan run. And I'm like, y'all sitting up there, right? I'm so serious. All they did was cut the fucking fan on, and the viewers sit there and watch that shit, and they talk about it. You don't see the person. All you see is a damn fan.
I cannot,
girl, because I used to have a lot of people on here. So when we see their videos, I get to see the type of videos that they do, and I'm like, really? And I'm thinking that, and then I look, I'm like, they ain't got that many views. Oh, yes, the hell they do. And and then I had this one. I don't know Dr. Mara, but I love this girl. And I don't like ASMR videos. But the way
I'm not a fan of those either.
But the way she does it, I really like it. I don't know about all of the crunching because the microphone, that drives me crazy. But she make the food look so good.
Is that black lady? Is it a black lady? Because there's one black lady that does ASMR, and I can understand why people fuck with her, but I don't. Just because I don't like them. But she's a really pretty black chick, and she's got really nice thick lips, and she goes and she eats crunchy pickles and all kinds of foods like tortilla chips, anything that has a major crunch to it. But she's got millions of followers.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. These little things that you think people don't watch.
That's
People
insane.
watch, but that starch one, I'm like, that's something. But I'm like, I'm not sitting here watching nobody eat no damn starch one. But when you look at the views, people do that.
That's insane.
But that fan blown one, I'm like, are you serious? And the room is like 200-300 people.
Did they talk to it though? Did they talk to
No,
it?
nothing. Just a fucking fan blowing.
I'm just gonna start running down the street and a whole bunch of times and see like how many followers I get.
That's insane.
What she say? Sugar love, that's nasty starch. What people done look, Donnie. Matter of fact, let me just show y'all something. I'm gonna show that shit. I ain't gonna show y'all them eating starch. No, I'm not gonna show them eating starch. I'm gonna show you how their numbers look.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna do that to myself. I don't know what you talking about.
Like, I've heard of people eating clay. I've heard of like pregnant women.
Now look at this. Look,
clay.
let me look at this. You think I'm joking? Watch this shit. I ain't playing. I tell you, just do the bro channels, honey. I've seen it. Look at this shit. Can y'all see?
Mm-hmm.
The first one got 151 views.
Mm-mm.
Second one got 21,000.
Yeah, this is because it says
this
4
one-
starches cooked to a crunchy form because she had cooked hers to a crunchy form. That's
It
why she
doesn't
got
matter. It's still eating starch. This one got 151,000. This is a regular one eating starch.
That one say 5 brands, all squeak and straw sips.
And she got 86,000. This one got 1.3 million.
Eating only the big cornstarch chunks.
Thank you.
Very
Other
crunchy.
one, 22,000.
Eating
52,000.
big cornstarch.
910,000.
You know what? The world we live in. This don't make no damn sense.
This one,
Is that Ezel?
No. Look at this one. 17 million.
We need to start eating cornstarch is what I'm seeing.
Woman addicted to cornstarch.
Okay,
This
so which
bitch
one
got
y'all?
17 million people watch this chick eat
Oh my
cornstarch. I told you, I'm trying to tell you.
You saying
What?
we need to diversify.
I'm just saying starch all coming out of her cheekbones. Yeah, you got that right, bro.
The world we live in.
Kind of remind me of Silent Lives without the starch. Yeah, that fan was a Silent Live. That'd be a Silent Live, but people,
You know, when I went to sleep
they
last
stop.
night,
What?
I didn't know it was a world of people eating cornstarch. Our God, Nature Boy, he over there with COVID. What is happening in the world? I don't know.
Goddamn COVID. You gotta see his ass today, running his fucking mouth. I told you that motherfucker was never sick. That was
I can't wait
that
to
was
go
for
over there and
beans.
talk about it.
That was for beans and beans only.
Mm-mm.
And he got them beans. I could tell when somebody's mischievous and somebody's lying because I be looking at every part of your face.
Yep.
And then he gonna try to act like TKO. Oh no, I was just acting like no motherfucker.
He was
I'm
cheesing too much.
I'm
I ain't seen nobody sick cheese that much ever. He smiled more when he's sick than he smiled in his regular life.
First of all, if you got then we knew you didn't have no COVID. You got them girls sitting up there, and then he lied and said they had it for 2 days because people was trying to figure out, well, if you got COVID, why are they next to you? So then he said, oh, they had it for 2 days with no symptoms. How did you figure that? I didn't forget that. That's not this. Yeah, I know Bismarck left. I'm still feeling really bad.
Me too. And now they're
still-
going to write all types of articles talking about how he could have changed hip hop.
He did change hip hop because he made it. But I remember back in the days, a lot of people, the artists was like, they don't care how lyrical or how good they was. Biz Markie was the only one they would not battle because he would say some funny shit.
Yep.
He'll say some funny shit, but it's not.
I remember picking boogers.
I like this man made it. You know, you gotta hear some of his other songs. You be like, who the fuck think of this shit? But what it is with Big Mark passing, it's not because he just passed. It's like he was my 11-year-old. He was my 12-year-old. He was my 13-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? He was that. He was like, what was I doing at this point in time? So the memories of his music at that such a young age, and that's what breaks people's heart, you know, because it's not just because of the person passing away. Now your mind goes back to when you were younger and what you were doing to when that music was out.
Tony, kind of like you were trying to explain about nostalgia and how people can experience versus listen to music, kind of like that.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful point you were trying to make that day. I'm sorry you didn't get to make it fully. But I understood exactly what you were saying. There is 2 different ways to listen to music.
Yeah, like me, usually with me, if I don't like a song, that's a song I'm going to end up loving. Like when Mary first came out, I didn't like her.
Yeah.
And then every time I don't like something, I end up loving it. If I like it in the beginning, I lose interest for it.
I know what you mean. It has to win you over.
Really quick. It got to grow on me.
Yeah.
So it has to.
I like to go back sometimes and listen to songs I thought I didn't like, but it's just they were overplayed, so I never got to appreciate them. You ever have that happen where something's shoved down your throat so much by a radio station, then you go back and listen to it and you're like, wow, that really was good. Too bad they played it 400 times in a row.
No, but it was different for us back when we were younger.
That's true. Y'all had to seek out the music more.
Right. But we had so much more variety.
That's true.
Because you got to remember, rap wasn't mainstream. So we had slow jams. Then we had like with the Teddy Riley period with the New Jack Swing. And then we had like the 80s music.
You remember the midnight radio stations used to take calls and have a little advice columns?
They be like, I said, what's your name? They be like, I said, what's your name? My Saturday. I said, what's that? What's your water company? I said, give me that number 1 school. They call that Northern Senior High.
Oh my God.
Give me the rules.
Did she take it back or not?
Okay.
Take it back or not?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
But you know, that's like when I hear certain people, like, cause even though I was born in one borough, I was always hung up in the Bronx. Them was my best days. That's when hip hop was hip hop. That's when hip hop was fun. They made hip hop not fun because it's so much about music now. It was meant to be for fun. It was meant to be for, regardless of what you was living in, you know, this was like how they say football is a pastime. Hip hop was, now it's not like that no more. It's like when you walk out the door, you hear people's songs. But back in our days, when we walked out the door, we heard it from the people that was making
it on the block. Yeah.
Right. So it was more fun because we was the one that was standing around them.
You gotta hook it up with my phone.
Dr. Amira. Mute yourself, woman.
Oh.
Yeah, so we was the ones that was
what you heard me say?
Everything.
That's some bullshit.
Everything. And you go and I'm reporting you.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all can't report me.
Yeah,
so then she gonna tell us how nice she is.
No, I'm just the sweetest.
Let me tell you how nice I am.
I did want to. I ain't gonna say that. I'm almost say something real smart. I ain't gonna say that.
That's because you're so sweet. You would never do
I
that,
know,
right?
Out of you, Dr. Amira.
I'm gonna say something really smart. I want to though, but I ain't gonna say it.
Is you itching? Is you itching? Is you
I'm
itching?
itching to say it.
You itching? Is it itching? Is it itching, girl? You want to
It's
scratch it? You want to scratch it? You want to
Go
scratch
ahead and scratch it, girl.
it?
I ain't gonna release myself. But let me just say this.
Okay, Selena. We'll be on at this time. We'll be on at this time. Thank you for coming, Selena. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Enjoy yourself, sweetie. Have a good day. Yeah, but we was the one that was sitting around going yay or nay and all this other stuff. And now,
Right.
all you hear is everybody else stuff. Like we heard like patterns and like it's.
Well, I
To
think
me-
that the internet, to some extent, has given back the freedom to the fans to pick who they prefer to listen to.
No,
instead of
it's different when you out
Yeah.
there. It's different when you out there.
Yeah, that's true.
yourself. And it's different when somebody else would be the one that will start banging the chair or banging the wall,
Right,
and they will
right.
and they will flow with you. And they didn't start out like that, but it becomes a full blown song. And
Yeah.
then you have then somebody else will pick up on the beat that you doing, and then y'all be doing the same beat, and then the person who's rhyming, that's why we are better, because we had to adjust the flow to how the person was doing their hands. I'm like,
Boy,
They
it
don't-
sound like a
I'm
goddamn
like-
Sprite commercial, don't it?
Man, that's why I need to go take a bath now, because I was listening to some dang on old school music, y'all, and I started working out. Boy, it's rough over here.
oh gosh.
Man,
Oh,
that's why
Lord.
he said, "Why would you jump online?" I'm telling you, because I've been working out. I'm trying to lose this weight, y'all.
That's awesome. You're doing a good job.
Man,
Well,
Didn't
I-
you burn
I
13,000
thought I-
calories the other day?
I thought I was losing weight, but according to the scale, that bit stayed the same. I think that
but you
scale,
don't know that you still might be.
Yeah, it's true.
and I'm like, I really have no appetite, no nothing. I'm like,
You're gonna
oh,
fluctuate right now. You right now is not your baseline.
God. I'm just trying to get back to my regular size so I can fit the
I think you should just
Then
worry
I
about
could
being
lose-
healthy.
Then I
for
could lose
now.
weight.
I don't.
I don't know. I want to be all. It's like I'm doing everything in
Being
bed.
healthy will make the pounds drop anyway. That's what people, and this, I'd really like to put this out there. And Dr. Amir, if I'm saying anything wrong, please stop me.
Right.
The best and easiest form of portion control and weight management in general is proper mineral and vitamin intake.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you start hitting those levels of satiating the proper things that your body needs to run, it stops wanting food, because food is already being supplemented in the vitamins and minerals that you're intaking.
Correct.
But for
Which
my
is-
body, no, that's true. But for my body likes to sweat. But the problem is, I'm not a sweater. But that's like me, because like
That means you need to clean out your pores. That your pores might be blocked.
they've been blocked. They've been blocked forever. They can say that. But when I do sweat, see, the thing is, when I do sweat, that means it's working. So I'm glad I'm like that, because that means I'm not working hard as I should be. But when I do get the sweating, now I know, okay, now you putting in some work. That's like me.
Yeah,
Before this happened to me, like I'm straight up walker. So I would never lose weight walking.
Right, because it's your mainstay.
It's right. So
Right.
my fat
So
ass,
you got to do something more
my
than
fat
that.
ass would have to jog. My fat
Right.
ass would have to jog and then make that go into running.
Gotcha.
I could walk many miles
Before you break a
Yeah.
sweat. Right. Yeah.
Right. But so
your
I
body's
know
so
for a
used to it.
fact. Okay, now I got to practice jogging. Okay, now
Yeah.
because that's out of my norm.
That's
But
the next
that's when
step.
when I was on my health food stuff, and them bastards, they trying to do something right, my body rejects it. I remember I made this drink. It gave me so much energy, I didn't know what to do. And then I made
What
it
was the
again.
drink?
I don't know. I be just making shit. I just make shit, put shit together, but I don't know what I put in it. But it's made with all fresh fruits and stuff. I had so much. So I'm thinking, Whatever I did, let me do it again. And last one more time. And then after that, I ain't had no more energy. I'm like, my body sucks.
Because your body it's got used to what you were doing, yeah.
My
It's
body
just like anything else, you gotta
sucks.
switch it up.
It
Coffee
sucks.
makes me lose weight now. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I done walked around this. I done walked around and walked around and walked around. I'm telling you, did I work out? I was listening to that Nas. I started working out that Nas. I played me some Tupac. I started working out and I ain't stopped. I'm going to fold up the rest of
Oh
these
my God.
clothes.
So Tony, I love Big L to work out too. You
Do
remember
you?
Big L?
Yeah, I remember Big L.
Yep. I
No,
love
for
Big
me,
L.
I brought up Tupac, so that makes sense for you to bring up.
see, for rap, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it too much to rap.
No? That's where I get all my
No, because if it's my favorite songs come on, I'm gonna stop exercising and then I'm gonna start acting like I'm singing the song. So I can't
sing and work out.
That's a Leo. That's a Leo workout because she want to do everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, so you want to be hardcore? Then my head, I'm like, that just took away from So
you know what?
Actually, slower music.
Work out the
for me.
instrumentals then.
No, but slower music for me gets me the cleaning.
Okay.
Faster music doesn't, because my body is always on speed.
I can do both.
I told you I got kicked out. I got kicked out of a damn the thing where they do the body massage and stuff.
Yeah.
Lady kicked me out.
As well, she should have. You was acting a fool. Tell them what you was doing.
Nothing. I just couldn't relax and lay like a miss. I can't help you. She said, I've never felt anyething like
She
this
got the
ever in my
twitching and
life.
shaking and out. Ow,
I didn't say nothing. It's just that what she was doing. I'm like, she was like, Miss, you need help. But my body's always on go, always on go, always on go. That's why I'm insomnia. So
I can't just sit here. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get. I said, while I'm sitting here, I might as well fold up these clothes because I'm washing clothes.
Half the time, Tony be helping me clean my whole house. Really, truth be told, I be washing dishes, making t-shirts, making soap. I did a body scrub. Yeah. Only thing I don't do is work out.
My son on how to read. I mean, how to write his name.
She be doing alphabets and numbers and shit.
I don't be sitting on here like that. That's why y'all be like, Dr. Mary. I'll be like, cause I be educating.
And I be listening too, but I be doing my.
In this tub, y'all.
Guys, we gotta talk. We gotta cross over to the other side. Old school twerking over here. Oh my God, y'all gotta check out my brother Bozo. Y'all gotta become his friend. If you having a bad day, if you are having a bad day, tomorrow I'm gonna show y'all his videos, right?
Yeah.
If your day is not made after his video, if you don't laugh or smile or call him a nut, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Bozo, I don't know. He just have a gift, but yo, he be funny as hell. But it's all natural. He's naturally funny. He's like naturally crazy. And then we used to have the thing that we'll do the parties. So he'll have the music playing, and then like other people will be like on the live, and we be having our little party. We had a good time. The Sugar Love thing. We used to have some good times.
I love it.
Some real good times, boy. Oh, and then I forgot the other guy name. Miss Rob, what's the one who used to wear the wig? The comedian used to wear the wig, and he could sing too. What was his name?
What happened?
Exactly, Calvin. What was the other guy name? He used to wear the wig and stuff, and he was a comedian. Yeah, I know. You be working, but we still miss you, bro.
What happened to all these people? Shoot.
Which people?
All the people you talk. Because they sound like better energy than some of these nature boy people.
Yeah, this a whole different crowd.
A whole different vibe, right?
Yeah, this is why this is the love train. This is truly the love train. If you look at all my banners, my banner got the love train on it. I see somebody
so nice
love
over
train.
here.
Yeah. Yes.
Then y'all wait a minute, check this out. Then I gotta take a bath just to do I'm gonna have to take two. I mean, because then after I do that, I'm gonna have to go and do some walking around and do some my last bit of crunches today.
Oh God.
I can't do them things yet, but I will be doing it soon. Y'all,
You know what you really need? What helps with crunches is a Roman chair. It's one of the ones where
I can't do none of that right now. I'm still a lot of numb and still a lot in pain. It's still hard to sneeze.
Roman chairs are super inexpensive, Dr. Amira, and it basically puts you at a 45-degree angle, and you can do crunches 360. You can do the back, you can work on your back muscles, you can turn to the side, you can work your sides, and then
I
you
get
can do
better. I might think of that.
You can do crunches 360, like for all four ways, and get the entire midsection. It's great.
Yeah, Roman chair. Let me write that down. And it better be cheap too.
They call it a Roman chair. They're super cheap. They're between $40 and $60.
Can we
$80.
get that off? Can we get that off one of your apps and save some money?
Yep, probably can. But Roman chairs are awesome. And what it is it's kind of an apparatus that holds your legs, it holds your feet in place, and it leans you forward. But you can put your feet in multiple positions so that you can get all four sides of your abs.
So I have to use the 5-year-old no more to do my crunches, huh?
Yeah, but
I should take you guys to
check
the
out
gym
her app.
I'm
gonna go check out her app so I can see if I can save me some money when I get. I don't pay full price for nothing.
Yeah, you guys would be really, really blown away if I cammed up while I went to the gym. I'll show you guys a couple of great exercises.
If it ain't on sale, I'm not getting it. It gotta be on sale.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I'm telling you, I've been cheap all my life. I've been cheap.
It really doesn't require that much equipment. Honestly, my workouts are not equipment heavy.
Well, it still gotta be on sale for me to get it. I don't buy nothing for a price. Nothing. If I buy something for a price, I would have to be like take the depression pills and shit. I would need a whole therapist. I paid full price for this.
I paid $400 for a set of adjustable 0 to 52.5 weights for my house during COVID. Now these are weights that would have regularly cost about $100, maybe $120 for a set. They went all the way up to $400 during COVID because everybody was trying to buy workout equipment.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then
Amazon was raping people.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Free delivery, my ass.
Well, wow, thanks, gee.
Right.
Yeah, after you done triple charge me, but thanks for the free delivery, right?
You know what the trick is? The trick is to go to Amazon, find your product, and then look up the distributor on their site and order it directly. Because by the time Amazon, just to look at the price of the item without the padding on it, sometimes you can save yourself a lot of money by doing that.
Guys, I'm off of here because I don't know how much time.
I've been trying to get off of it.
This supposed to last a whole month. So I guess this is not going to last a whole month. But I see you guys on the other side. And I thank you guys for coming on the Love Train.
Bye.
So y'all know how we end it. People all over the world. Join hands for the Love Train, baby. Love Train. People over the world. Join hands. I know we got to end it with the OJs. All right. I see you guys on the other side. Thank you guys for coming over. I appreciate you.
Of course.
And Dr. Mary, you did phenomenal today. I cannot wait till we do more subjects and you do more teaching.
For the sake of speaking of my husband, talking about letting everybody know I worked out today. How dare him? But it's all good.
All right, bro. But Soldier, my sister. But Soldier, my sister. Thank you for coming, Calvin. You know it's always good to see you, man. This isn't the soul. We know it ain't the soul train. This the love train. That's why you get beat all the time, Calvin. I ain't beat you in a long time. You forgot what that whipping felt like. You know I got the belt, right? You know I got the belt.
It's always that one.
We don't Calvin. Everybody take turns beating Calvin, right? Calvin, you forgot. We got that belt. We got the belt. We got the belt, Calvin.
Man.
Whip it, baby. Whip it right. Let me stop. I'm out of here. Peace.